That would make sense.
That's
And
the problem
we
with
are
doing the
back.
artist brief before you ever do the character.
Hello.
Hello.
We're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Our cast members just saw the art for the first time. That's the first time they've seen it. We've now got the art a lot larger on screen, so you can see it so much more detail. The art has been made by Hidekiri Chibi. They've done amazing. We're just mentioning that I wanted to change the art brief for Alex Storm with the camera for a notepad, because Raven's always got that notepad there, which is like, it's almost the same pose you could do it with, and like just small element. I don't know. Yep. Gabriela's noticed that I've changed hers either.
I'm so sorry. I'm like crying, like the art is so good. But maybe I'm crying because this is years of being bullied, traumatized. Flashback.
And now you're the baddest bitch there. Yes.
Those eyes are looking down on someone, very much so.
Have you noticed that
the Queen Bee?
Did I change the art though? Can you see it?
Yes.
What can you see?
What
can you see that I changed?
What can we say?
She's got a phone in her hand.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she did. Because I always have that phone.
Yeah.
I'm going
Because when the brief came through and was like, hand on the hip, and was like, you've always got a phone. I've got to. Can you like? Because you're always with us. Like, let's just have it in your hand, and like, yes. I thought
it looks freaking awesome.
I thought
it looks amazing.
I love that we have two characters holding cameras, but if we changed Alex's picture, it would have been two characters holding notebooks. Like, either way, we were covered.
True. I didn't think of that side.
Oh, gosh.
Damn. But yeah, that's our new artwork from Hidekiri Chibi at twitch.tv hidekirichibi or besokecc.com.au. She's done all the overlay as well. We've even got the dot pattern, which there's a proper name to it. I can't remember what it is right off the head. We've got that also into the overlay, into the street view. And I've been looking for that for a while, and I've had on a few promo test things, but not into the actual show itself. It's looking amazing. I love it. Other paperwork is we have Syrinscape in the background for our audio, and you can help the players by donating every $1 or 100 bits donation, or channel redemptions for your experience in the channel. Helps out our players by giving them essentially +1s to a roll which they can use elsewhere. In a system which we're only using 2d6, a single +1 is a massive bonus. So it does help us out. We do have follow emotes. So unfortunately, I didn't put the follow emotes in for the new character art because I didn't want to spoil the artwork for the players. And like, I wanted to actually hide it, so that's not going to be linked. Not going to be up this week, but next week. But you do have follow emotes as well for the followers in the channel. And I think that's all the paperwork. We can now do the intros and shall we start? Gabriela?
Hi. Yes, I'm Gabriela. This is entirely way too soon for me to geek out during credits because we're just starting. Yeah, she looks amazing. She looks like she's going to tore my self-esteem down in all of the worst way. She looks like if she has the strength, but she would show me in the locker room. She looks like did somebody just like talk about me behind my back that is like so fucking rude.
Oh, look, you can kind of pull
What's
up
up?
on the
It's your girl,
overlay.
Christine.
Ooh, look at that. Sorry, I'm watching the stream.
Yeah. Getting a nice view of the character right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oblivivian, because you're not paying attention.
I'm paying attention. I'm looking at the art on my phone. I'm sorry, I'm going to be looking down a lot because I'm on a laptop.
Yeah,
so everyone, don't judge me in front of
you are next in the list in the.
Oh, am I? Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hi, I'm Vivian. I go by Oblivivian on the internet. I play Mavis Thorn, who is a certified bad bitch, but not as much as Christine, but like in a different way. I think I'm on like the opposite spectrum of bad bitchism, right? Like I'm the opposite end. But yeah, I think and I stream around a lot, so cool.
Yeah.
Was that right? Is that it? Okay.
Hi, my name is Karsh Goblin. And I'm playing Chuck, the he's the jock of the party. He's not the smart one. He had a little bit of a temper tantrum last episode, and we'll find out more about that in the monologue. Paul?
Oh, I'm equally excited to find out about what's happened last week because I also haven't watched it. I like coming in blind. My name is Paul. I have the absolute pleasure of playing Penny Roberts. She is a student university reporter at the University of Duskfall. Wait, that's not right.
No.
That's Blades in the Dark.
Campaign.
I do apologize. Different campaign. No, at the Payne University. She has had a very interesting bit of downtime with a lot of self-discovery and emotion, and I won't be getting into any of that, luckily, because I'm not doing the recap.
Raven?
I'm Ravenrook, and I play Alex Storm. I like Christine. I'm having a little geek out moment for getting to see them for the first time. Alex is a teaching assistant and general stalker of the group, and a rift of an air spirit. I'm excited to see. They've been kind of nosing around the university and trying to get a bead on some of the strange happenings, and we'll see how much trouble they can get the group in tonight.
Mistress of Ceremonies.
Hello, my name is Polly of Polly People, and I am the MC of this game. We are now beginning the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our 5th case in the Knights of Payne Town adventure or case. I don't know what they call it. Adventure path for the City of Mist system. And it is called Cult of the God King. This is the first session in the Cult of the God King. Now, every session, however, begins with the move called voiceover monologue, and that is where we have one character essentially recap what happened in the last session, as well as give their own thoughts, kind of describe as if they are speaking to themselves or even writing to themselves what is going on in their mind. And today we are lucky to hear from our jock, who is perhaps exploring other avenues of his personality, Chuck Dunderson. Take it away, Chuck.
Well, as you might have seen in the images, there might be some changes to things, but I think this music is a little bit non-appropriate, and let's get into the mood. By the way, it's very rare for me to do the monologue, so I try to put some effort in.
Yeah, this is good, but we're ready for it because you might. I suspect there's something that tells me you might move the plot along a little bit with this monologue.
Not just the plot, but
Could be
also some of the things that have been going on, some reveals.
Ooh.
So let's get this right. It was a typical Monday night, like every other Monday night, except it was a Wednesday. As I reached for my egg cream, there was a knock at the door. She walked in with legs that went all the way up, to where legs normally go to. A real femme fatale movie star with the personality of a silent movie star, that is. With her was a reporter type who was too pretty for the press or investigator like myself. Smelled like government all over them. But I smelled government all over them. In the dark, in the corner, a third was sitting. Somehow I did not even see them enter. To say that their colour preference was black and white would be an understatement. Everything in this world is black and white, but this dame was all black and shadow. Unnoticeable, but had a charm about her. The femme fatale in the black hat explained explained they had a job for me. You see, their dark friend was in trouble and needed some muscle to get them out. Their friend got involved in into the local drug scene. Candy, the kids call it. Real nasty stuff, 100% fatal. While they swore their silhouette was clean, they mentioned she's seeing things which are not there. I made a tasteful joke about leashing the dame like a dog to make sure she didn't escape and put herself into danger. It did not go down well. It seems like the drug's after effects leads breadcrumbs back to where to get more. Nice little hook when you find yourself low. I swore I would never do another drug case again. We arrived at the back of a warehouse in Chinatown. Things got really ravey.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but Chuck is like a football player, so this is going somewhere. Go ahead, continue.
Noir reporter right now. I
yeah, right. This is perfectly within the theme of the game, right? You know, this is neo noir stuff, but like this is different for all of us. So I'm just bringing the audience along here. Go ahead. Sorry, continue, Chuck.
Things got really ravey for a bit as the back door of the factory just appeared, but our exit to the street was lost. The foolish group ignored my experienced call to hold hands while we crossed the threshold. Something mysterious was afoot. Calamity resulted as they rushed forward into danger. And the Fade faded away and did not appear into the abandoned warehouse with the rest of us. The suits attempted to force us to take the drug ourselves, to cross over into the other realm. I swore I would never touch drugs again after the accident. Just booze for this man. But as they left me alone in the empty factory, alone only with the rats and ghosts, I knew I needed backup. I cannot have 3 more bodies on my ledger. Not again. Always 3. Why always 3? I left the factory and called Hans, my old partner and football buddy. I knew drugs were not a problem for him. We held on and entered the Shadow Realm together. Upon seeing our clients in danger,
we've become such teasers and gaslighters of each other. I'm glad to see what's going on here. Go ahead, please continue.
Upon seeing our clients in danger,
this is how it's supposed to work. This is really great. This is actually very good. I'm so pleased to hear all this. But
wondering where it's going? Just wait.
Yeah.
Upon seeing our clients in danger, the unknown drug pin didn't just know Hans, but was his sister all along. The rage took over. Fade to white. Camera hovers over a hospital bed. A faint bing can be heard in rhythmic fashion. There's a single vase of flowers on the bedside table with a card next to it. Clearly written, "Get well soon, L." The camera moves to the foot of the bed to the doctor's clipboard. The writing's illegible. A faint conversation can be heard to the door. The camera turns and you can see the silhouette of 2 police officers through the door. The officers fade to nothingness and disappear. The camera returns to the bed. The flowers are dying. The card shifts slightly. The message has been altered. Instead of "get well soon," it reads, "I will get you soon." And that's where we end up.
Oh,
wow,
you
so now I have more questions.
You tease!
I know what?
That did not answer questions.
So, One of the features
there's
of
another
this
thing
system.
too. There's a
Sorry,
group
what?
text message after about a month.
Oh.
Do I do that hour after downtime?
That'll be after downtime. What are you doing? I know what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh,
So,
great.
One of the features of this system,
A little bit
of the
of
City of Mist system, as well as other Powered by the Apocalypse systems, is I've heard it described as fiction first. And that is, one of the most fun things. If you've never seen a system played like this, it's different. So the players drive the story at least as much as the MC. So like I am, often surprised by what players do, but Karsh, or rather Chuck, taking it upon himself to drive the story forward now puts me in the position of having to like be also ready for a big reveal and then to sort of work my magic. And it's so terrific to see like a game like this working as it is intended. So while I am working off a pre-written adventure, we have departed so far from it. It is often difficult to find our way back, but that is why you have me, the MC, to at least try to like corral you to some extent without doing that at all, because I'm not allowed. It sounds like about a month of time has passed. And so while at the last session we did a downtime at the very end, it seems that you have a full month to describe what you've done. The features of the downtime move is that in a game that is cinematically focused like this, you play scene to scene to scene and you try to gloss over the background details. And because we like to have all of the characters together, you're going to have to tell me what you've been doing for the last month. And we will mechanically reflect that in your character's progress based on one of the moves you choose under the downtime move, which has just been rolled. You can give attention to one of your logo's themes. You can work the case. You can explore your mythos. You can prepare for your next activity, which is the cult of the God King. You can recover from your last activity, or for purposes of the Knights of Payne Town, you can give attention to your character's secret pain. We don't know why you would care about that, other than just trying to grow as an individual and eliminate the weight that carries you or binds you to the ground and pulls you down. Probably nothing will come of it from the story, but you might want to make your character feel better. If not, you have all the other choices. We can, of course, begin through the overlay, going left to right, top to bottom, opposite from what we just did, or if you're not ready, Alex, to choose, we could just go with somebody who is ready, because it's a whole month. So whatever you choose, which one of those you will choose, we can talk about like what sort of additions you get, because a month is a long time. Are you ready?
Sorry, we can't hear you.
Muted.
Yeah, I think you're muted.
Can't hear you, sorry.
Yes, I'm ready. And it helps
Okay.
if I unmute the mic, doesn't it?
Good.
Yeah.
Let
So
us
a
know.
whole month passes. Alex has been on a 6-year journey to try and graduate and passed from one advisor to another. And with the emergence of powers, I was really gonna, I think, maybe start to give some attention to my advisor, my master. They constantly do work for Dr. Choi. They teach her classes, they submit her paperwork. But this time, when Alex is asked to do yet another research paper, right? Dr. Troy always says, "Here, type up my notes," and that ends up being the article that's submitted. They kind of start to try and haggle for the first time, and so spend the month kind of dropping hints and writing this paper in an effort to get some kind of respect out of their advisor, and maybe a little bit closer to that graduation goal. But the paper consumes a lot of time in order for them to do it well. So it is head down, nose to the grindstone. Try and convince Dr. Choi to at least give me like second line credit, like just like a little bit. I'm not above hypnosis to make that happen. So I get his attention on.
So you are marking attention on one of your logos themes?
Yeah, my advisor, my master.
Okay. Thank you. So you got Sorry, I missed the very end. Did you get credit or not?
I got a footnotes by
credit?
like at the bottom, not co-author, no, like extra research
Screw-
assistance by,
erase
but
your
my name's on it.
in memory
crack
of.
Mark crack on that theme.
Looked-
No attention. No, I'm just kidding. I do not get to choose that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. God, I feel that. Let us move on to Paul. Or sorry,
Yeah, I felt
I'm sorry,
that too.
Penny. Who the hell's Paul? I don't know who that is.
Paul.
I know.
Penny.
Yeah, it's some weirdo I hear. So Penny has been on a rather emotional and explosive journey, which I think is going to roll down the path of self-improvement. Largely because find my father's killer, her mission, which was predominant in her getting her introduction to the gang and meeting everyone and was basically the driving force, has pretty much been resolved at this point. So I think her month is going to be spent in self-reflection and meditation and maybe quite a lot of investigative journalism to absolutely make sure she hasn't forgotten anything, because she's a bit of a ditz sometimes and she feels like she has to cover all of her bases. So I think she'd spend her months going back and forth to the cemetery. She'd go to her old house where it was burnt down, where the blood was, and all those horrible memories of her finding it. And she'd make herself feel better with raspberry sorbet and everything else that'd be required to do so. She'd phone people that she knew, and I think she'd try and maybe also say a prayer for her close friend who also passed away, her movie buddy, her Norwegian friend, whose name is not on the thing anymore. I don't remember.
A Norwegian friend.
A very important name Norwegian, but I think it was Ella or something. I'm gonna say Ella.
The girl that was in love with you. Yeah.
Yeah, the girl that was in love with me. That was a very rough thing, especially for Penny. Because she didn't know, and it was all very sudden and very immediate. And then she lost Karsh, which she kind of saw a bit like a father. So Karsh.
Who the fuck is that?
Corvus.
It's Karsh.
Yeah.
It wasn't even me.
I know. I was scatterbrained after that. I apologize. The Norwegian last really threw me off. I apologize. But when she lost Corvus, and Corvus she definitely saw like a father figure. So she's gonna be working on her secret pain by going to the cemetery, talking to all the people, and trying to just work through what's actually happened over the past few months. Because a lot has happened in this crazy period of time. She discovered her powers for the first time. She found her father's killer, found out who did it. She found out that the group that she thought was accomplices with how that happened wasn't what was happening at all. And there's actually a much bigger thing going on. There's a cult of the God King now, and I get told that over the phone or by text. And what the hell is that?
Okay, so did you say, so one thing I'm permitted to do while you're doing your downtime is perhaps cut into the scene and add something that I might like. So did you say that you were visiting Corvus's grave?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So while you were looking down, and reminiscing and thinking, you thought you heard something, and you looked to your side, and you see Corvus looking like at the grave with you, like sort of playing along. Looks like a very touching. Let's see, how did he talk? Very touching, Penny. You know I'm still around, right?
Oh my god! I thought I'm reaching out by keeping my eyes closed. Like, do I feel anything?
I'm death, not dead, right? There's a critical difference.
I didn't know what happened to you. You turned into something else. You evaporated into thin air. I know you had some kind of connection with death, and I didn't really understand how that was going to play out. But the fact that you were able to do all of this, okay, how the hell are you?
Well, look, I want you to know that I've been pretty busy. I've got a new, set of responsibilities, and you can see there's a scythe in his hand. I'm a farmer. But I do. I mean, you know that the relationship we had was important and continues to be, and you know I trust you, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't know that you. From the last time we talked, it sounded like you were no longer going to be you. I didn't realize that you'd still have those kind of feelings. I would have reached out sooner and found you. Yes, it's important to me too, remarkably so.
Yes. Well, there is. We have a problem.
Okay.
There is. So I have become in my new role, I've become aware of a lot of the things beyond what we see are more than I've ever imagined or have ever still have yet to discover. There is, well, the city is, how do I say this? Have you ever thought about what's outside this city?
Recently, with a case we were on, yes, because you were there at the carnival, and when we met Mr. Nugan, we found his stuff at his apartment, and there were all these plans for outside of the city. Before that, no, I'd never thought of such things because I was born and raised. It's all I've known.
Hadn't, for whatever reason, I hadn't either. But there are some who. That is all they seem. They are consumed with what is beyond the city, and I'm not talking about France, or I'm not talking about the suburbs, or traveling some other place. I'm talking about outside the city, where there are people who they are consumed with getting there, because they are. Well, they believe that people like me, the person who I've become, are stopping them from getting there. And I want you to know that this is a dangerous trend, and it threatens to upend everything that existence is based on.
Okay,
and
that
it
is
starts
a lot
with,
to take in.
And there's one more thing before I have to go.
Oh, okay, I want to know how you're doing.
The person over there is supposed to have a heart attack in 5 minutes, so I have to go take care of that. But in this last 5 minutes, I want you to know that they have taken residence in my place here in the city, and it's not coincidence that they did, because they want to know what I know and get beyond even me. And now I must go. And you see this person.
How's the wife? Please tell me you guys are together and just happily ever after, please.
Bye.
Damn it! I'll see you at Christmas.
See you at Christmas.
All right. Okay. So what mechanically are you going to do during downtime?
I'm trying to work on my hidden pain, because I think the death of her father, the death of those close to her, is more leaning towards that. She's already actually fully cracked the mission. Okay. So it's kind of just replacing that as all part of the whole process.
All right. Cool. Thank you. Thank you for that. I hope I added a little flavor to what might come here in the cult of the God King. Next up, Karsh.
I'm recovering from my last activity.
Okay. You have a month, so this is one of those ones where time, where like the considerations of time matter. So what would you, okay, I mean, you've already told us what we're going to do, so we don't need to have you say anything more. Would you like, which statuses would you, I mean, I'm just going to basically let you do whatever you want.
I have no statuses. I have nothing.
Okay, well, to the extent that you may have otherwise obtained statuses, you don't have anything, but you do recover from your last activity. Is there anything else you want to do?
No, I'm healing.
All right. Okay.
I'm in a hospital bed. For the most part.
I mean, you did. Okay. Well then.
That's what the monologue was about.
Oh. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's fine. But to remind viewers, you did do a stop holding back action. Is there anything you would like to say?
Nope.
About what that has meant for your character?
Nope.
Nope. Fuck you guys. You know,
Something's in the overlay, which has been shown. But if you didn't see it, well, you have to see it.
I mean, I saw it. I've seen it. I just want you to say something, but that's okay. All right, fine.
Comes out in play.
I don't know if you even notice this, but on Roll20, you can tell if the MC is looking at your character sheet. So I was trying to do it subtly to see if Karsh would notice I was messing around with the character sheet to see what's on there. And I was like, oh, come on now. You want to say something? Okay. Anyway, thank you, Chuck, for nothing.
I will say this. Which character sheet?
The current one. The new one. The right one.
That's the only thing I'll say about that publicly. But
oh, is there? Okay, well, I might have to look at it again.
I mean, he has transformed, I do believe. So.
Well, no, but I thought I found the transformed one, but I could be wrong.
Something to do with knights, maybe, and I'll say nothing more on the subject.
Thank you, for nothing. Let us move on. Thank you, Mavis, Thorn.
Hi, I have like a mini scene that I want to do. I don't want to take up I kind of wanted to give Gabby a chance to go, and then I can do.
Okay, all right.
So I kind of want to go.
Gabby, okay. And then we of course, it is always acceptable when cinematic considerations or game considerations take priority over just ordinary downtime mechanics to zoom into this or flash into the scene and play it out. So we'll do that. And of course, players can of course suggest whenever that may be appropriate as well. Gabby. No, Christine. Christine.
So, I'm going to walk you through what it's like to hang out with me. Usually, we go out shopping together. We do our nails. We do our hair. We shop. Everybody take photos of it. We post it online. There's a couple selfie. There's you go. Your 15 minutes of fame. You're welcome. As you all know, that did not happen with Lily. Because I went to Lily and I was like, I'm actually kind of down. I really would like to hang out with you though. So could we maybe just spend time and talk or something? And then I talked to her and it was really nice. I think that's what therapy is. I don't know. It sounds therapy is for poor people who can afford to buy a trip to travel for the problem. I wouldn't know what that's like. But anyway, it was so nice and all. I was telling her, and so then I do something that I don't usually do. You know how if you go on a one-night stand, you don't supposed to text the guy after. Well, if you go on a bestie date with me, don't text me, don't look at me, don't talk to me unless I need you, okay? I asked her to hang out again, which is weird. Plot twist, what am I doing? And then we hang out again, and then we hang out again, and I was okay, this is really weird. And then the last time we hang out, I asked her how she was doing and learn information about her, which I usually don't give a about. There must have been an ulterior motive, right? I mean, you must be trying to use her to do your homework or something. Yeah, but I passed chemistry, so I don't even need that. And I just listened to her and she was sharing with me about how isolating it is and how people treat her like trash because she's smart. And I'm that is so unfair. It's people treat assume I'm a bitch because I look fabulous. Excuse you, you should think that I'm a bitch because I'm a bitch. Okay. So anyway, that's get into tensions with my Valley Girl fashionista image, and now there's another crack on it. That's like 2 crack already. What is even happening?
Well, I hope you fix that problem. I mean, it sounds bad. So that was what you did actually right there was you made a hard move. It sounds like, the downtime. I don't think there is a choice for cracking anything, but it does sound like you're going against one of the things you may have gone in the past. I don't know. I could be wrong. It could be that you're just trying to like set her up to like really dunk on her or whatever, like Carrie style. But we could be wrong. But it sounds like that person. That sounds like part of your personality might be cracking. Now in the city
you're
of Mississippi.
Absolutely right. Fabulous disembodied voice from the space of fashion heaven.
The longest running prank I've ever heard of in my life.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you never know. Of course, in the city of Mist system, if your everyday life, for example, if you're a shitty social influencer climber type and you do not do that, and that part of your personality falls by the wayside, it leaves a hole, but that is not taken by a different ordinary part of your life. It is replaced by part of your legendary background. So we'll see what might happen. If that's actually what's happening, we won't know because we all just tease each other. Okay, so thank you for that. Which of the downtime moves are you going to make mechanically speaking?
Since that would be make a hard move, and I need to pick one of these.
You could mark attention on your friend because you have a friend team, don't you? I think you do, right?
Oh yeah, you're like told right.
I was gonna say you could just mark attention there and then do the crack if you want to do that, so you can give your friends attention.
Yeah, you could do that as well.
Could you say that again?
You
can mark attention as well as crack if you would like on your.
And crack on Valley Girl.
Okay.
Is functional.
Yeah. I mean that works.
Which is.
I'm gonna be flexible. You have a month, right? So I'm not gonna be super picky mechanically on what you choose to improve. You could, we all have a path of self-discovery and working on ourselves to the extent we want to during a whole month period. Okay, well, thank you. Is there anything else?
No, I think that's about it. Oh my goodness, that necklace though. Gotta have it. Need it, want it, gotta have it. Sorry, what were we talking about?
Let's move on.
Thank you very much.
Smooth.
Hi, I would like to take the spotlight for a second because I think if, as we described, I would like to go back. Everyone's kind of forward a little bit. I would like to go back to the day that the building collapsed and that Chuck was under the rubble, and I drove back in Corvus's car, took the other 2 back to the university, and then I left them abruptly. I remember everyone was like, "What about Chuck? What do we do?" And I was like, "We need to leave. I need to get out of here immediately." And I described going to Penny's dorm. I think a dorm or an apartment. I can't remember. I think you live in the dorms, right?
In the dorms, yeah.
Yeah. So I went to Penny's dorm because I almost died. Maeve almost died. And I think that was a very traumatic experience. I know she was wearing a brave face and she did hold herself up a little bit, but if her friends hadn't come, she would have died. And that was pretty terrifying. So yeah, I would like to do a scene where I walk up to Penny's dorm and I knock on the door because I wanted to describe that. So is that cool with everyone? Because this will go into what I'm doing for my downtime as well.
Take it away.
Okay.
I mean, you go right ahead. I'm just gonna be over here grabbing popcorn and drink some tea because, girl.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna knock on Penny's dorm door. This is again that day. I think I had described. I said something about Penny being in classes or something. It was you had something to do that you couldn't come with us to the factory. So
yeah, I had a report that I had to make up, so I was out of the area doing that, and I'd left my friend in my dorm. So when you come back, I'm basically having a nap, kind of get up, walk up to the door. Hey, how are you doing?
Great question. Love that question. That's not why I'm here. Let's not talk about, I mean, I guess my feelings do kind of matter in this situation. Listen, really weird. This is going to sound really weird and out of nowhere. And like, you're probably going to think I'm crazy and like, whatever. That's fine. Basically, we went to the factory where the candy was being made and I almost died.
Oh my God.
Definitely almost died. Chuck might have died, which is not the big part of this conversation that I
well, that's kind of a big part of the conversation. Hold on. I mean, I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on. I think he's fine. The building collapsed on top of him, but like I'm pretty sure he's fine. I've seen Chuck survive worse. So I'm pretty sure
he's lost like some of his powers, isn't he? Are you sure? Didn't you check?
I mean, the police were coming and like I didn't want to be marked as a terrorist and you know, like the three of us, like 4 students, I didn't want to deal with the police because we made it out of the building fine. I put a bubble around the 3 of us, but not around Chuck because Chuck killed the girl making the candy. So anyways.
Wait, what?
Anyway.
Yes, long story. Anyways.
Okay, so now I'm getting ready to go. We'll have to go find him. Please carry on what you're saying.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna be fine, and I don't want to go back to the scene of the crime. So I would give it a bit. He'll probably come back around. You know, Chuck, he's fine.
I'm gonna go check on him, but please carry on. I'm right here.
I already messed this up so bad.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. There's ways.
So, you know, we've known each other for a couple months now, and like we've hung out a lot, and I know that's like. Really, I'm really bad with people, and like I definitely like being around you. You're a really cool person, and you are one of my greatest friends. I like you too. You're pretty cool. Paul, stop hurting me. So, anyways, you know, I don't even know if you like girls at all, and frankly, I'm not really that good at like talking to women, and that's why I'm kind of like. You know, I try to, you know, after everything with like my family and everything, do you want to go on a date sometime? Like just the 2 of us, like just to go out somewhere. I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be completely romantic. We could just be friends, but like, you know, that it's fine. Whatever you want to do. I'm just, you know, like, I'm going to stop talking because I'm talking too much. But
let me just piece together this puzzle very quickly while I'm getting my personal things together. You almost died. And this obviously has been a very traumatic experience for you, and it's terrible. And I want to hear all about it. Is the car outside? Can we go together and you can talk about it more?
Yeah, wasn't the big reason for coming here though. I mean,
no, I understand.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna freeze things right here. Okay, Mavis, based on Penny's initial reaction, what do you think at this moment? Like, do you feel like this is a huge mistake?
Oh, this is a huge mistake. Like,
all right, okay. I just wanted to hear. Okay, back to you.
Oh yeah, no, definitely huge mistake. I'm waiting. She's gonna be.
I've
gone to therapy a bit. I've gone to therapy a little bit, but inside, Vivian is definitely being like, oh. Okay, go.
Okay, so you. Oh my God! So you've gone on this. Quite frankly, terrifying journey, and I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you and with you. But just to be absolutely clear, because I've made this mistake once, you want to go out on a date because you like me, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
A lot.
Okay.
I've written like poems about you, and like I've done a lot. I mean, like when we hang out, it's like you're you know, like you're what I've never been like attracted to someone like that. You know, I'm a very like to myself kind of person, and like just looking at you sometimes I like get this like warm fuzzy feeling inside, and like I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up.
No, that took remarkable bravery, especially considering what you've just been through. I don't think I could have done that.
I mean, it was more like I was gonna die, and I was like, maybe I should stop being a little bitch about this and just do it, because I could die tomorrow.
Yes, I will go on a date with you. Now, can you please bring the car around, because we've got to save Chuck.
Cut to black. Well, unless there's something. Wait. So, mechanically speaking.
I need to catch my breath. I'm gonna freak out. Okay. Anyways, I was going to work on my secret pain, and that was part of it. Is my secret pain is loneliness, feeling alone, and yes, I was pushed to do it, but I would like to take this as like I was pushing myself in a direction of not being lonely anymore.
All right. And for the ultra realistic role play, I also award you 1 chat point.
Yay!
Yay! I'm sorry. Thank you so much for giving me that, because I wrote a whole poem for Penny that I was gonna read it out, but I was like, maybe that's.
Oh no, I want to hear it.
If you read the poem,
Next week's
I will
monologue.
award you an additional chat.
Okay.
I like that. I like that. That's good.
I have it pulled up already.
In the mood.
Can we get the noir music or like?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Smooth jazz, or do you want like the detective or the
Smooth jazz.
smooth jazz?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I should
hold on a
mention...
second. Now, I will give you this opportunity. Instead of taking the chat point for yourself, you could give the chat
Penny.
point to Penny, but
Yeah,
only after you read the poem.
I will read the poem.
This is all the effort coming from that end of the table. So I feel like
Shut up, Penny. Quiet, Penny. I remove any chat points that Penny has.
I don't have it.
So I should mention that I've written a few poems that I've had like in the works for Maeve, and I kind of describe everyone as a different thing.
Make with the poetry.
Sorry. So is the music playing? I can't hear it. Is it playing? Wait.
I've had to restart it when you keep on pausing.
Okay, sorry. I need to feel the vibes. Okay. So there is a woman in the photograph. If you listen, you can hear her laugh. Watch for her stark raven hair, her smile so light, so fair, that which illuminates the dark and draws me in as a moth to embark, as I follow its golden brick path to surely avoid the devil's wrath. I'm going to start tearing up. I'm sorry, guys. I know that if I wish to align on this path of gold so fair, so fine, I stumble upon the maiden fair at the entrance to the devil's lair. Her eyes deep carrying symphony seem to have given me an epiphany. As the devil roars and demands a fight, I know the truth in all its light. To be with her, I must rebel against the devil I know all too well.
Oh,
very good, very good.
If anyone needs me to explain it, I can explain it because it
does.
We're
gonna stop right there.
Okay, done.
Poetry's out of beholder and all that.
Okay, you just don't ruin it. Now I would like to ask. Screw it. I'm just gonna give Penny the chat point. We're not.
Yeah, give Penny the chat point. I don't need it.
Yeah, we're not gonna have a discussion about that. Okay, so I believe. Oh, okay. So did you want to do a downtime move? I can't remember what you said. You said attention.
Yeah, I did. I worked on my secret pain, so I have attention 3 on it now.
Okay.
When we work on
we will
pain,
cut back
how much
to you.
do we remove? Sorry, very quickly.
1 point of one of the little like slivers.
Yeah, one little pip.
So you'll be at like 5.4. Yeah, or 5.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're healed 1, technically speaking.
Healed 1.
Yeah. Okay. Chuck, did you say something about a text message?
Yep, a group chat. So after about a month after the disaster, a text message goes out to the group chat from a new number. Did everybody get out safe? Are you all okay? ? I'm sorry I lost control. Please meet me at 7 Chester Close, Happyville, 2 nights' time. The key will be under the troll.
Happyville? What? You're taking us to a new place? Okay. All right. I may have something to say about Happyville.
It's on the map.
I know. Oh, I know Happyville.
Oh, I know Happyville.
Nilful.
All right.
Nilful, who says that's you, Penny? ?
I'm pretty sure it's Chuck.
Are we sure?
Okay,
under the troll, it's definitely Chuck.
So I'm gonna say, Chuck is not going to be part of the initial sort of meetup. I think. Let's cut then immediately, and the scene opens. You're together in science room, and it's it's just I guess the 4 of you at this moment, and you've gathered there together because you know Chuck was in the hospital. He's not in the hospital anymore, I assume. And you've got this message together. You're going to talk about it and then decide whether or not you're going to, before the time is up, follow up on the message. I assume you will, but I'll leave that to you.
Okay, so like we did not find him at all. And then there's like this new messages. And by the way, this is my new number. I changed my phone again. I'm sorry. A new fruit label products phone came out, so I gotta have it.
Fair enough.
I mean,
do we trust this number? Do we?
Well,
this doesn't.
Under the troll, there was no spelling errors, which I'm pretty surprised about. So I don't. That's the only reason I wouldn't think it's Chuck. But under the
it's got to be Chuck, hasn't it?
Also,
who
we were stopped before.
Oh, that's true. We were stalked by a Holiday and a few other people.
Yeah.
And Alex.
I mean,
it's pretty easy to stalk us, apparently.
To be honest, we leave a bit of a footprint.
Are remarkably unattentive.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, I found you guys within 10 minutes.
I wasn't. I wasn't looking.
I have like 1 million followers on unspecified social media.
We're driving out to an unknown location. We don't. Where is Happyville?
Also,
right
like
Sadsville. No, I'm kidding.
So how about we do this? You agree? Sorry, can you remind me? Like there was a deadline, or you have to meet 2 days?
I said 2 days time just to have a discussion or anything like that they needed.
So how do you get to this location in Happyville?
Take my driver. We've established.
Yeah, exactly.
Happyville, then we'll be on our way. We. Okay.
I think he was French.
He was French.
He drives you to the. He drives you out the old quarter. Happyville is just north. So you get there relatively quickly. Traffic's light. The old. You sort of are kind of cleaning the mud off your shoes as you get into the car with the creepy Frenchman, because it's raining a little bit. Drizzly. The snow is all melted, but there's still a bit of a chill in the air. You drive, no more than 10-15 minutes. Well, here we are. We are approaching Happyville right now, and you're sort of chatting, agreeably amongst yourself, and you happen to notice out of the corner of your eye that it's sort of bright, like there's a shining of a sun. Sort of, wow, that's not, I don't remember the last time I had to move the visor to block the sun out of the way. As you sort of cross into the suburban-esque neighborhood of Happyville, you notice that the lawns tend to be very well taken care of. There's, as you wind through the neighborhoods, there's children playing, jumping rope. You almost run down a guy with some milk. Apparently, it feels like dropping milk off in the front yard of a house. Anyway, you keep driving. There's a soda fountain off on the corner of the street, and you keep going. The Frenchman pulls over the car and says, "Here we are at this location. You want me to stay here, or should I be going back to the parents' house?"
No, you can stay here, Laurent. Don't worry.
All right, I will. Hey, would you like me to go shopping for you? You seem no. Okay, all right.
I'm okay, thank you. You can just stay here, and
right.
you can call your wife and have some. You can take a break.
Who? Oh yes, yes. I love her very much.
He has a wife and like 6 kids.
I love them all. Okay, all right. Now
Thanks for the lift.
You of course, what's that? Oh yeah.
Thanks for the lift. Thank you.
He doesn't acknowledge you. He doesn't even realize you're there. um, uh, I will be here, Mavis friends. You notice the one, okay, so you get out of the car, and the house that you get out in front of looks almost like any other, but the thing that makes it different is that the lawn looks like shit. It hasn't been mowed in a long time, and there's, unlike any other house, there's an auction sign in the front yard. There are garden gnomes near the door. It seems kind of weird. Well, I mean, not weird for a suburban location, but there's an excess of them. But one, two, I guess nobody's surprised. Looks a little bit more like a troll. The door, you happen to glance, has a tape across it saying "Property of PT Bank Foreclosure." Dun, dun, dun. There's no lights on in the inside.
Okay.
You look up and the sky's blue, by the way. You're like, wow, I don't remember the last time the weather's been this nice.
Chuck was living under a bridge. What is this about?
Yeah.
This is very Chuck, though, right? Like this is very Chuck.
Hold up. Let's think about game plan, because I refuse to walk into a crusty, dusty place and almost get killed again. Let's take a selfie, a group selfie, so then Penny can get us the app out if we need.
Good idea.
Cheese. It's for loser.
I love Alex's face. We all like peace sign, and Alex is like,
Not excited about pictures.
OMG, it is so cute. I look totally cute. You all look so cute.
Christine, do you want me to put you in a bubble so you don't have to like touch the dust or anything? I can like.
I'm going to be funny because this is last month designer shoe. I already have 3 replacements coming in.
Okay. So let's just take. I'm gonna pick up the troll gnome on the ground. Is there a key underneath it? Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna just unlock the door, I guess.
Knock.
I mean, why
hold up.
Next door, by the way, there is an retirement age looking gentleman mowing his lawn, and he looks over, and you can see he's like he makes a face at the lawn next door and sort of looks at all of you, continues to mow the lawn.
Oh, he's gonna call the cops. I know.
Hey.
I turn and give him the look up. Ugh.
Now he's definitely calling the cops.
He's just looking.
I love all our reactions there.
Get inside. Inside sounds good.
I just love the fact that one of us is like, "Hey, how are you?" and the other one's like, "Oh my god, how dare you like come into my presence?" And someone else is like, "They're gonna call the cops. They're gonna call the cops."
I've lived in neighborhoods like this before. They're calling the cops. He gets inside. The door unlocks with the key, right? Is it like, is this a puzzle? Is this a door puzzle? Do I have to like break the door down?
Why don't we try turning the key and knock on the door?
I'm not knocking. I'm walking right in. This is Chuck. I don't give a shit. Like,
what are you stressing? I don't want to see that.
Also, if this is a trap, we can have the element of surprise. Okay, so since we're a squad and I have watched enough squad film, what we're gonna do is like Alex going to like find a way out if we need to with your magical ability of like invisible or something, and then Penny, you can also like try to help us escape with the photo, and like you and I can totally just bring the whole house down. Well, I can try and bring like something down, and you can try and do not let it fall on us.
Yeah, everyone like looks to where Maeve was, and I'm already inside. Like I've already walked inside. If the door opened, I'm in. Like I walked away from you.
Hey, Chuck!
Is Chuck inside this building? What does it look like? Where am I? What am I doing? Am I in? I can't tell. Chuck, someone please tell me something.
I'll follow.
Yep.
Do you want me to describe?
What does it look like in there, Chuck?
Inside is a you get first hit with the hit of almost mold and like dead air. As in that musty, dusty smell when a building hasn't been opened for a long time. The lights are off. As you try to click on the power, no lights, no power.
Isn't creepy at all.
Or close by the bank makes sense. Chuck, are you decent?
You
No
don't
answer.
hear a
Coming in.
response. Oh, I mean, do you want me to do this based on what you've written?
It's either you or me. I don't mind.
Oh, okay, go for it. I want to see where this goes. I don't want to drive this in the wrong direction. I mean, it's technically a collaborative storytelling
Yes.
effort. I'm supposed to sort of like fill in the holes, but I want you to drive this a little bit. I mean, I still will use my soft moves, perhaps.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Feel free. Let us know.
The lights are out. There seems to be no power. There's no answer to that response of calling out.
Well, he
Okay.
was in the hospital recently, so maybe he's still on some medication. He's knocked out a bit.
This does not feel like a sanitary environment in which to be recovering.
Oh, I think it's
well-
better than his other environment. He lived underneath a bridge.
Under a
So
bridge.
honestly, this is an upgrade. I know it's not great though. You're correct. It's not great.
The
No, but
other
look at the
day,
layer of dust. No one's
Okay,
been here
hold
for
up.
some time.
As his
Okay.
friends, we need to do a cleaning session. Carry on, sorry.
Yep. The other day, Lily and I watched a horror movie, and this is how rich, fabulous, beautiful girl like me die. Exactly, like scenario like this right here.
Perhaps you'll be
I-
the final girl.
Yeah. You're too powerful and strong for that, of course. That would never happen.
I think you're the leading lady type. You'd probably be the last one to survive. I'm not gonna lie. It'd probably be me
That-
first. I'm the quirky side.
No, it'd be me. I'm the nice one.
No, I'm the. I'm the quirky
OMG, you
side
all
character.
are so right. I'm not blonde anymore, so I haven't been blonde for a while. So that's how I'm gonna live. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna search this house. Like, where the hell is Chuck?
They just search the house. That's a normal suburban house. 2 bedrooms. Living room, kitchen. The kitchen is not really a place you want to go near. The smell is just it's worse there than anywhere else.
Okay, this is
Chucky,
intervention.
Are you
This is
here?
more of a science experiment than a kitchen.
One of the bedrooms is certainly not Chuck's. It's certainly more for an older couple.
Hmm.
There's clocks on the wall. There's pictures which seem to indicate that, yes, you're right, this is where Chuck used to live. The other bedroom,
As a kid, or like how old? Sorry, is he in the pictures?
it varies.
Yeah, out the window you see a paper boy drive by or ride his bike by, and he throws a paper at the door, and there's a thud against it. You hear.
Chucky, are you here? We're worried about you. We're like trying to look for you. We were really worried. I was worried.
The
Hey,
second bedroom, you open the door. Again, there's that dead air of nothingness, of like there's been no fresh air through for a long time. There's no football posters on the walls or things like that you'd expect from Chuck, but stacks of books at a desk, wrestling posters, and glasses sitting on the desktops on the desk itself. A bed
Okay.
which hasn't been made for a long time.
Guys, listen, Chuck's not here. That's not Chuck.
No,
Yeah, I'm
Whoever's saying he's
scared.
not-
No, we know that these powers that we have can influence us in all sorts of really strange ways. So it's very likely that this probably was his home at some point, judging from the photos. And you know, he lives underneath the bridge and got on in a scholarship. So I don't think he has anything. And clearly, the bank's foreclosed on him. This is terrible. We need to clean
What
up this
happened?
house.
To his parents.
Like,
Are there other people in the photos? Can we see?
There are. The two people, an elderly couple, which clearly are his parents, in the only recent ones, there seems to be a attractive-looking female. In one of them, she's in a cheerleader's outfit.
That must be his. Well, he lost someone very close to him in a crash. That's the reason why he's not too fond of cars going very fast and things like that. I think this is probably her. I've never seen her before, though. She is quite beautiful.
She
A
totally
weird,
is.
uncomfortable feeling comes over Mavis because her overtures have not yet been fully reciprocated.
My what?
Overtures. The date.
Seeing a happy couple, although, in the past, has caused her to remember that she may have made a terrible mistake.
You know what,
the date.
though?
We went
Sorry,
on
that
the
was
date
just
during
a
the month
sophomore.
downtime. Don't worry, it went really
Yeah,
well.
Penny and me did go on a date. Wait, how did it go?
Oh.
Did we? Are we? You know what? Hey, you know, we'll
It
do
went
this
really
later,
well.
Play
We'll,
to
we'll,
see.
we'll go for a second, and then that's we'll go for how we go.
but-
Okay.
Cool, yeah.
Did,
I
But
just
what
wanted
if
to
this
make
is
things
not
uncomfortable.
Chuck? What if
But,
this
I mean-
is not Chuck and somebody trying to trap us by luring us into this? Whoever
Here's-
you are, if you pretend to be Chuck, I will end you.
Oh,
Here's
she'll
the
do
thing.
it. Please don't.
I think Chuck, we all three of us saw him turn into a troll, right? He turned into a troll. The last time I saw someone do that, they lost themselves and completely changed. So I think if Chuck came back as himself, I would just assume that something's different. The last time it seems like every time we give into our other halves, they become they change parts of us.
Yeah.
Right, like how there are insecure girls who literally change everything about their personality to fit their partner.
Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
a rather extreme example of
Yes.
that. Yes, that is. They were hitting it on the head.
But
Yeah.
why bring us here? Why bring us into Chuck's past if there's been a significant change toward the future?
Also, the phone that the phone that he normally texts from is one that he found. So obviously, this is one that he has. So maybe this is his actual number. It's so hard to describe what's going on. But my personal feeling is we should either check underneath the house because maybe he's like a puppy. So he turns into like a troll or something. Trolls like to hide
Yes.
underneath things.
Oh my God, but
So the
I mean,
basement where people go to die in horror movies.
Maybe.
I checked.
If he
most of the
transformed.
hospitals with Penny, and we couldn't find him. So I mean, he might have just left as a troll, and he might still be a troll.
No, we did phone in though. Midway through the month, and we found out that he was staying at one of those hospitals, and he was getting better. We did go to see him, but he was asleep. So
Maybe I wasn't paying attention to that conversation.
Clearly, someone has
That's
drawn
okay,
us
we'll figure something
here for a reason. Is there a basement?
let's find
Oh,
out.
MG, I have a total genius idea. Hang on a sec. Let's
I
just
mean,
text
attic
the
and
group
basement.
chat.
Let's try both.
No, yeah, let's text the group chat. We are here. Where are you?
Great idea.
All right, let's send.
You hear a phone go off close by.
Mm.
All right, where's that phone?
Can you call the number? Let's track the ringtone.
Yeah, just call it.
Ew, who called?
I'm
in
calling
this
it. I've
year
already pulled out my
anymore?
phone. I'm calling it.
What's the ringtone, gosh?
Ringtone is just a ringtone. I'm not going to go into a whatever. Here's, oh, you're here early. Can you bring my glasses out? I just can't go inside. I'm out back.
The house? Oh my
Out
God.
back.
Okay.
Okay, right.
Well, you should have said out back, Chuck. And I hang up the phone. I'll go grab his glasses, and we can go out the back door.
He wear glasses?
As we're walking through, I'm keeping an eye out for a broom because I'm going to need that later.
Hold up.
Oh,
Hold up, since-
I see. Penny
Since
do that.
when
I'm
does
don't worry,
Chuck wear
I'll deal with it.
glasses?
I'll deal with it.
Actually, I've seen him do something with contacts. He asked once about contacts, I think.
Okay,
That was a long time ago.
either I'm still having impression from that horror movie last night, or or you all are just really going along with this, and I'm very uncomfortable.
Well, let's put it this way. Who the hell is going to get in the way of us? Okay, you guys managed to deal with that whole situation at the factory, from what I've been told, remarkably well, with lots of bravery and camaraderie. So,
isn't Chuck the one who dealt with the
Chuck
situation
who dealt with it?
Yeah,
and
and also he
how
was
are we
like
going to stop Chuck?
Yeah, he was, last we saw him, he was like holding hand and then just start swinging him like a baseball bat. And I was like, OMG, you shouldn't have been in football. You should have been in baseball. But also, OMG, you're swinging a hand at his sister.
oh, yeah.
Very effective,
that
though.
is-
I mean,
Yep.
I mean,
I think
he has
Alex
good
would
swing.
be
Yeah,
looking for a back door.
That was
somewhere.
omitted. Let's go. Where's the broom?
But if I die here, I want you all to know that this is not the outfit I want to die in. Okay, my new outfit is literally coming
Okay,
tomorrow.
if you die first, do you want me to take a picture of you and upload it, saying like, please remember, or do you want us to like never ever talk about this again?
Just post me in something hot.
Okay, we'll do. I'll do some photo magic afterwards, because obviously you won't be able to change.
Oh, thank you so much.
I
I
you.
would be super grateful if I weren't dead.
Chuck, as I like walk out the back door into your backyard, can you be more specific with your instructions next time?
I'm just like, still blown away by photoshopping the in memoriam photos. That's like, love it.
I mean, listen, if nobody photoshops my photos, they didn't really love me. So
I mean, you can't exactly change outfits anymore, can you? Not really.
Chuck's sitting out the backyard. There's a fire in a 44-gallon drum, which is sitting around. There's places to sit. The grass is unmown, just like the front of the house. And he's just sitting in front of the fire, just waiting for you to come out.
You don't want to go in there, do you, Chuck? This is something that's painful for you, right? This is like, why do you want to meet us here?
Because I needed someone to pick up my glasses, and I can't go in there.
Okay.
well,
Hold up. Are you really you?
Chuck stands up slowly, walks over to Christine, and just go, boo.
what?
We were so worried about you, you freaking asshole.
Wait, what happened? Hold on. Someone, what just happened? Oh, boo.
Chuck
okay.
walks over and goes, boo.
Oh.
Yes, I'm me.
Well, I mean, can you blame us? I mean, Corvus, the last time that he gave into everything, he was gone. So I just fully assumed that you were gone.
I did see Corvus while we're on that topic, but that's the topic for later. She'll put her hand on Chuck. It's good to see you. I'm glad to see you're okay. When I was told what happened and when we went to go see you, you were in a bad way.
Yeah. Also, you were like swinging her, what it turned it into like a fuzzy thing.
A fuzzy thing?
Yeah, I wrote a
Like,
poem
it's-
about
Doesn't
You
sound
have-
to me like you had much choice.
Is there another poem? No.
There is a poem about that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
So, Mavis, how do you communicate with P? What's the name of your driver again?
Laurent, I think.
How do you communicate with Laurent?
I mean, he has my number. He can text and call
Alright.
me if he wants.
All right, he texts you, like, see a message and it says, I don't know how it says this way, but you can tell it's in this accent. This place is quite strange. How long you going to be in there?
I text him and I say, like, give me half an hour most. And also, tell my parents that I need a favor. Can you text my parents and tell them
we
I
may
need a
not have
favor?
that long.
Why not?
Maybe you can tell him to come back later. I feel like this might take a bit. Is that okay?
I mean, I kind of already called my parents and asked them to buy the place off the market, but it's fine.
What?
I mean, it's not like they can't afford it, and like, I thought maybe Chuck was living here, and I don't want him to get arrested.
You're such a...
Okay.
That's very
Hold up.
kind.
Okay, hold up. You're waiting for your parent to buy this place? Why don't
Well, no,
I
it's
just
more
buy
like-
this place now?
My parents have the money to just do it. I basically just text them and I asked, so it was just so that we're not here illegally.
This is an
Okay.
amazing swing of all the wealth that you guys have. Let's focus on like why we're here in the first place, maybe.
So much wealth flack. Chuck, have you
I'm
been here
already
since you left
impressed.
the hospital?
Yeah.
How long? Can you detail your symptoms?
Yeah, also, if the medical bill come in, I can pay it.
I
For you.
can't detail symptoms. I just whatever happened after the crash, it did something. It stopped. It blocked me from remembering this place. That creature, that rage. I just want to protect people, and that's all I want to do. And it blocked this memory out. I didn't even remember about this place, about my
You
family.
haven't been here since your accident?
No. And I still
Why
don't
did you
feel
come back
right.
now?
I
But
had to see it.
Rage inside you has subsided then? You're able to see past the mist? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, that's called the mist.
What's that now you're talking
No,
about?
I meant the
There's
mist
no
of
mist.
his...
It's a sunny day.
The red mist.
No,
the
the
rage,
red mist.
Yeah.
The rage, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making a
Okay,
reference to the
alright.
mist, but also talking about Chuck's red mist because he's blocked his own brain.
I don't know what you're talking about when you say mist. That doesn't sound like anything I've ever heard of.
so, what do you want to do? Do you want to get out of here? We can just go.
Or
Right
we
back
can
to
order
this-
pizza and clean the place up.
Maeve, when have you been drumming?
Drumming?
You're in your boot. You got a
The
drumstick.
wand? The wand, Chuck?
No, it's a drumstick.
Chuck?
This, Chuck? This. You can't see this?
I'm gonna pinch
Don't
Chuck.
you need two for?
Does
honestly,
Chuck
drum-
react to being pinched?
Drumstick. Most people see it as a pen. That's really weird.
Does Chuck feel the pain of the pinch very quickly?
Yeah.
Okay, this is really weird.
Do you?
Chuck, can I actually like try and hypnotize him and see what happens?
I mean, before we try hypnotherapy, maybe we should just ask like
Yeah.
why he brought us here in the first place.
Yeah, actually. Like, actually, though, why would you suggest that as the first thing?
Chuck,
It's effective, I guess.
do you remember anything about the trolls or the evil therapists or anything?
Bits, but just that thing was. It was trying to get out. It was trying to do stuff, and I just had to. And when it just took over and then left.
Left?
Well,
You
I
don't
think
feel
it
the
died.
presence of your...
Maybe.
Oh,
I don't know.
is that... Do you feel
Your troll
happy
is
about
gone?
that?
Well, I remember my
It must
parents,
be- That's
Okay.
but
that's
that's
good,
not a happy
right?
memory too.
Oh,
Okay, shut up. Okay, Chuck, you sit there. We're going to go over here and talk real quick. You three.
I mean,
Chuck,
honestly,
what
Christine,
kind
I
of
don't
pizza
think
do you
he'll even-
want?
He won't even recognize that we're talking about it.
I think the one in the freezer might be a bit off.
We'll clean it up.
We can
What
order.
higher-
We will sort everything. We will make it nice, and we will have
Yeah.
a good time. What kind of pizza do you want? Because you've been through a lot.
Yeah, listen, I can get a personal chef, make any pizza you want. We can order like a whole clean crew and things. It's fine. Like
Yeah, my parents are already sending cleaners over to clean the house. So
The name of this episode is just Wealth Flex.
Yeah.
you're so fast. Okay.
Well, when your only other daughter isn't missing or presumably dead, I mean, you give her whatever you want, right?
Someone's got their
investigation-
parents on their little finger, don't they?
Except love and affection,
Investigation
for sure.
acquaintances. I am
At
concerned
least
that
they still receive text from you. They just send money in my bank account now, so I can just spend it without talking to them.
Buy some pizza.
Did
So what were
just
you
call
going
us
to say?
acquaintances?
Yes. he's-
investigation acquaintances. I am concerned that perhaps Chuck does no longer perceive our abilities.
Oh yeah, no,
Mhm.
please. Yeah, we're there
Correct.
already. Yeah.
Hypnosis.
Yeah. Okay.
Would that
So-
not, from research, indicate that he no longer has abilities?
That would probably
Not
be
necessarily.
yeah.
Right.
Not necessarily. They could be suppressed or they could be moved on. We don't know.
Oh. Well, none of y'all tell me that. But anyway,
It's okay.
wouldn't that be would that be kind of unfair that we're trying to make him remember? Wouldn't it be better if he just lived his life?
It would
No,
be
I-
better if
I-
he wasn't
I-
in this, but
I genuinely think he needs to, because his experiences are a large part of who he became now. Like, he's forgotten so much already, and he's starting to remember his past life. I don't think it's fair to deny him.
but
Okay.
The rest of
I
his
mean,
life.
he just admitted that.
But if he's still suppressing the trauma, then perhaps he's not quite ready to wrestle with
I
the
think
issue.
the fact that he's here shows that some desire of his is to come here and deal with what he's going through. I feel like, and I think the best thing we could do as his friends is to get a bunch of pizza and just talk to him about it.
Right.
Penny,
Okay.
Here's the problem: food can't fix. If he forgot his parents because of that, why would we want to re-wake it up? I mean, honestly, I'm going to be honest.
We
I
don't have to
would
talk
be
about
a
that
lot
today.
happier Without.
Also-
Today he's here for a very specific reason. We need to go through that with him. The reason why he's
Okay.
here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We can help him with whatever it is. Like that's cute and all, but making him remember, like, swinging a guy as his sister and make the whole factory crumble down, on top of whatever else you all did that get people killed and all.
I
That
didn't kill anyone.
is scary.
Yeah.
I
Perhaps it
agree.
would
That's
be best to
terrifying.
remove him. I mean, this has been a big step. Perhaps if he
Mhm.
can't go in the house, and let's face it, the house is not exactly livable. It would be best to return him to campus, install him in a dorm room. We can sit in comfort and do all the therapies there.
I disagree. I think he wants to be here. We should ask him.
Okay, that's cool and all, but I am thinking that we're just not going to talk about anything that is not normal.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah,
And let
agreed.
him just-
Today's about this.
Excellent.
And
Alex will make a note to say nothing.
Alex, I don't know if you can do that, but that's. I kind of like tap them on the back and laugh a little bit, and then when they make a face, I'm like, oh, I guess that wasn't funny. I tried to be funny for once. I'll never do it again. That's it. That was my moment. Also, Alex, we are friends, so it's been like a month. Friends.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Can
we're
you say
our
the word?
stalker turned friend.
Friends.
Well,
Friend?
whatever
Say it.
you feel comfortable with saying. Obviously.
But also because you're a part of our group now, I'm going to tell you, I don't want to see Chuck's name in the paper if he doesn't ever get the power back. In case he saw the paper, I know he doesn't read that much, but
I mean, it looks to me like he used to. And speaking of which, we've excluded Chuck from the conversation long enough, don't you think? This is a bit rude.
yeah.
We
That's
should
true.
order pizza and perhaps sit in
Yeah.
chairs and pretend
Okay.
to be normal.
So I know
Hey!
that
Have you
Oh, Chuck,
finished
here are your
talking
glasses,
about
by the
me?
way. Yeah, no, here's your glasses.
Just had to confirm some things and think about what pizza we
Yeah.
wanted to order. I feel like I made a choice, but have you thought about what pizza you want?
I could hear you.
I know.
That's fine.
But the pizza was the predominant part.
Not a double blind conversation. It's okay.
Actually, yeah.
And
Chuck,
we meant what we said. We do care about you, and we want to know why you brought us here. Sorry, carry on.
Chuck, is there just a really weird question? Is there any part of that conversation that you heard but you can't remember hearing?
And Chuck thinks, and he puts on his glasses to. But in putting on the glasses, but in putting on glasses, the glasses shift from glasses, and you see the glasses turn into almost a mask that covers his eyes and goes around his head, and off his jacket, off his hospital gown, which he's wearing. I forgot to describe that.
Is it a hospital gown?
Yeah.
Just have a change of clothes.
A cape emerges and falls down to the ground.
Can you see on it or something?
Okay, did any of you?
Yes, we did. Hi, Chuck.
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
You know you're Superman right now.
Yeah, what's up?
Who is super?
Oh, it's this comic the kids love. Don't worry about it.
Okay, all right. I don't read comic book. That's for nerds. Like comic book tabletop game. Only loser plays them.
What's wrong with nerds?
Definitely.
Well,
I think
they're just not popular.
They're kind of gross and artificially flavored. So,
Chuck, if you're not feeling angry, how are you feeling?
sad.
Yeah, I bet.
Still a little
okay.
sore.
Yeah.
That's a physical sensation, not an emotional one.
Could we also bring some changes
No,
of clothes?
still a little
for him?
sore.
You want to swing that money flex a bit more? Maybe you could order in some fast delivering clothes.
Actually, though, I have a better idea. I mean, we can buy it, but it's gonna be. So, oh wait, no, it's only temporary. Never mind. I was gonna do the thing.
Chuck,
Christine, this is your opportunity
Something that goes
to
with the
completely
cloak.
redo his image. How is that not right?
Oh no, I'm totally on board with that. If
I'm not
he's
getting
on
another
board with
jacket. I like this one. It's actually really nice.
It looks comfortable, but you need something else
My
underneath.
warmest jacket for winter.
it. Okay.
Chuck, do you know that what you're wearing right now? Do you see it? Do you
Yeah,
feel it?
when I got myself out of the hospital, I didn't get time to get clothes out of the hospital.
Chuck, no. Touch your face where your glasses are.
Yeah, he takes them off.
Does it turn back into glasses when he takes
Yeah.
them off?
Well, you see that there's a shift between glasses and not.
Okay, so I just look at everyone and in front of him I go, so he's still there. Something's there.
Okay.
Something.
But it is not. It is not a troll. It's not.
No,
Could
that thing clearly died, or as he said,
Yeah.
left.
Could you put that back on, please? Also, since when does he? See, I knew he did not wear glasses before this.
He did. Maybe it's the tie to his parents that it's giving him a different perspective on where to find his. Do you think our powers come from places of? Nah, they couldn't mean anything about our personalities, right? I'm gaslighting myself. Sorry.
I honestly
No,
have
no
no
Mary
idea.
trauma here.
But that's definitely something that we should think about.
Oh, well, why would you ask that?
So,
Why?
Chuck,
I'm good.
Can someone take a
Sure.
picture of it?
I mean, it might not work if he's still kind of asleep.
So Alex will
Yeah.
take the camera, the video camera, and record.
I'm not
and-
in. He
Can
pulls
you
up
put the glasses
gown
on,
and
please?
there's. I'm not probably dressed appropriately for a camera right now.
Okay, he's reserved. This is definitely very odd.
It's just for a small moment. And when
Wow.
when they flip the video screen out, those of us on this side can see the he looks just as he does before. Chuck, what do you see when you look at the playback?
His eyes open a bit more. But he's not going to tell you.
Okay, I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Okay, his eyes open and he's in a bit of a shock. That he sees something which is not.
Hi, bud. So, do you remember the factory?
Yes. It fell
Do you
down.
remember? You did not fall. The
No.
building collapsed.
Yes,
You
it fell
knocked
down.
Collapsed.
No, you
Yeah.
knocked that down.
It fell
Let's
down.
focus, guys.
Yes.
We talked about this. Let's focus on here.
I got angry
now.
and it fell down.
Sorry. It's really hard for me to not be curious.
Chuck, you're feeling sore. You're not angry.
I was in
Are-
hospital
are
for
you-
a year, for not a year, for. So that was me slipping. I was in hospital for
Happy?
what seems to be a month.
sad, anxious, afraid. Any of these familiar?
Show me on the doll where it hurts.
I'm human, and the doll is not from me. Is not from.
Sounds
We
like
clearly remember who we are, and you clearly remember.
You didn't get the doll
our
from my bedroom.
members. No.
No, your mom has a creepy doll collection.
Yeah, when we walked in, they were terrifying. All the dust and the cobwebs. It really spooked us. Gonna be honest.
Yeah, when
But-
the cleaning crew is gonna be here?
I'm sure.
Probably,
How that?
like, we're rich. They're probably already here cleaning while we're talking.
Yeah. Oh, that works so quietly. It's so nice.
So you started to remember things about who you used to be, Chuck, right? This thing has left you, and obviously these emotions are flooding back, and it probably is very overwhelming. Is that the reason why you wanted us here? Because we have your back?
I just couldn't go in, and I knew you could do it.
Okay.
And I wanted to see you again. Like it's been. I wanted to make sure everyone was okay.
Would you like us to go in with you?
I mean, maybe give it a
That make
bit.
it better?
Hold up. If you're not feeling okay about walking, that's fine. I'm just glad that you're doing okay. Or whatever. Pizza!
Oh,
Yay!
Chuck, I'm sorry that I didn't come visit. I was kind of dealing with my own stuff, but I do know that you had good doctors, and I'm glad that you're alive.
Right, I
did
did
get-
come to see you, Chuck, but you were out cold.
I did get this, and he reaches under like where he's been sitting, and pulls out the card, which originally had "Get well soon,"
Hmm.
and it's been crossed out to "I will get you soon."
Is it in Chuck's
This-
handwriting that says I will get you
No,
soon?
it's not in Chuck's handwriting.
Oh, it's the same handwriting.
The
Does it
original's
still
in-
say the L?
There's two different handwritings that are in there.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Is it
The-
addressed or signature?
Yeah. Is the signature still L, or is it changed?
That's been changed, or it's been scrubbed out.
Ah. Okay.
Chuck, where are your parents? Oh, I like immediately feel that like tension that I just created.
Yeah, I mean, looking at what
You
we just
see his
saw,
eyes
not
just
good.
open up, and then he starts crying. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, don't cry.
Oh, emotions are happening.
Group hug!
I don't know.
I-
The accident.
would you like
the
a hug? I don't know. What
the
do you do?
rage.
It's so sad.
it's I don't know what happened. I know what
Okay.
happened.
What happened?
It's just it's
Okay.
it blocked me from remembering.
Do you want
Okay,
us to tell you
we-
what we know?
Well,
Do
we
you
don't
want
have
that?
to talk about this. If
But
you
he
don't want to
might
talk
want
about
it.
this, what did he say?
What
he wanted?
do you want, Chuck? Like what do you want from this? Like, obviously, we're having pizza, and we're going to have a good time, and we're going to chat and have some fun. And then you can come, deal with us. The cleaners can deal with that. Maybe we can, go out to eat somewhere else. We can have a good time. But do you want to know what we know? Because we remember.
Do you remember my parents? Why would you remember my parents?
No, about the recent events. Do you want to know about them?
I'm talking about before that.
Oh, well, do you want to talk about that? I mean, I can tell you about my parents. You can tell me about yours. We can trade memories if you like.
We don't need to talk about parents.
We don't need to talk about parents.
Okay.
In fact, I would prefer we do.
I suppose I can inform you about the nature of my family circumstances.
I feel like this is about Chuck, guys, and you guys need to refocus about why we're here in the first place.
Okay, Chucky, what do you want to do?
Also, what kind of pizza? You didn't say.
Yeah, I'm like waiting on the
Any pizza
topic.
would do.
Any pizza would do. That's
And Christy, please don't call me Chucky.
fine.
Call it Christy.
Chuck, is there anything you remember from before the accident you would like to tell us about?
And he goes back to that struggle again. I hit them.
Who? Chuck.
Yep.
The accident wasn't just Betty. Betty was in the car with me. But we didn't just run off the road.
That is rough.
And then I'm X-carding.
Yeah.
There.
So,
There.
Can I grab
bacon.
Oh, look, the pieces
Take
here.
a breath. Yeah.
So
Fade to
bacon.
black.
Don't go outside.
Lots of bacon.
That was nice and emotional. I enjoyed that.
So, that was really emotional. And people that see the first episode thought Chuck's just a one-dimensional. Yeah. Anyway,
He was technically a one-dimensional character.
He was.
He's become something else.
He evolves in City of Mist. You play to find out, and you can evolve a character over time.
Yeah. It works really well. It's one of those games where you don't write a backstory, or I mean, you can, but I tell players never, don't do that because you get a more realistic picture over time.
So we're going to do a quick break. I need that 10-minute break just for me. And we've
Fair enough.
been going about the same time for a normal break anyway. And now that's finally out. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Please stick around. Enjoy the sounds of Syrinscape, which will be in the background. We're using essentially the Club Flux for the... Oh, actually, I think some Block Party would be more... Or Nightclub will be more appropriate for the bit more heavy metal for Chuck. Thank you for putting down, and thank you everyone for indulging. And Christine Choo is just so, spot on for that.
She's being so nice though. She really cares about us. It's kind of crazy.
I have a girlfriend who's a social media influencer, and she's so spot on is what it's getting to me. It's I know a guy who like Chef. It's the new phone, the whole thing. It's so spot on. That's what I mean. We'll be back soon. Stick around. And now we're back.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. So I think that was our longest role play without really, since we
Without a
started
roll?
playing. Yeah. Well, we did. Oh yeah, not even
Not
a
a
roll.
single
What's up with
roll.
that?
Not a single roll. It's true. It was a lot. I feel like some of the
So,
character
like-
introductions may be a bit longer, but that was very development focused.
So I'm
Yeah.
MC brained, and I can hear you do role play, and I'm like, how can I screw this up for him a little bit? Maybe I should make him roll for something. And I'm like, no, I finally just gave up. I'm like, just
Thank you,
let him do
Polly.
it.
Thank you.
No,
We
I could
appreciate
see that I should let people do what they want to do and have fun. All right, but anyway,
Thank you.
Thank you for your generosity.
fun. Get out of here. So, I think I've decided. I enjoy the player-driven, different way this system works. There's an optional rule that I would like to introduce now that I think we will probably adopt. It is called reverse clues. So if you roll for investigation, how we've done it in the past is that you have asked me questions and I answer them. There is an optional rule when you like your players and you think they're creative, and I do, is that players, instead of asking me questions, you just say what happens. Like, okay, you can ask a question, but you could also say, okay, I rolled a success on investigate. I'm going to describe what I did, what I found, and where I'm going with it. And I am required to then just accept it and move on. It is we'll see how it goes. We'll test it out.
Okay. Is that what you prefer?
Well, I've always wanted to do it this way.
Okay.
Right.
But I've never
Love
had the
experiment.
player group that I trusted just yet.
She loves us.
Oh, the honor, the
You shouldn't
privilege.
trust
Let's abuse that trust.
I feel like this is the second half of Into the Woods where like the narrator dies.
The narrator dies?
Thank you for getting that joke,
Yeah.
Oblivion.
I'm lost.
So we'll try to do reverse clues.
We'll see where it
Yeah.
works and where it doesn't, and we'll
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a reverse clue right now. The pizza delivery guy shows up, and his tattoo is the same tattoo as the delivery guys that have.
That's a good one, but you got to roll investigate first. Oh my god! See, I already chose the right thing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so see your thing you said right there proves that that's exactly what we should be doing. Thank you for that. So roll investigate though.
I'm sure you would have done something with the pizza guy anyway. We were focusing on it so much.
No, I know, but this is better.
I don't know about that.
You see how that
Rolling.
works?
Penny has a chat point from Dr. Oblon. Thank you for the redemption, Dr. Oblon. Hopefully you enjoyed the first half where we had just pure role playing. And
Well,
Polly
okay,
was like, how
okay,
can we
so-
fuck this up?
Yeah. So like here's another
Thanks,
thing I
Doctor.
will also allow along the same vein is you could roll investigate and then do a reverse clue, or you could roll change the game and then give the person that tattoo. That would be less, that might be different. It might not actually have value, but I would allow that too if you want to do that.
What would you prefer me to do to like move that story onwards? Maybe we can
Investigate.
like investigate. Right.
Yeah.
So thank you, Oblong. That is a beautiful thing, and I will use it right now. So
No
this is
rolls.
1+.
Sorry, you gotta have rolls if like one of the ways that this system works well is if you include players contributing to the story, but you have to roll.
Oh yeah.
Could
Otherwise,
Could go
I
bad.
could I like help Penny since I have a help point?
how?
I think we need to.
How are you gonna
we
help?
don't need to use them, but you can try.
I could help Penny by just going like, Penny, could you like maybe take the pizza and make sure that the guy doesn't try to scam us or something? I'm still not really used to like this whole delivery thing. Usually the chef just make it where I'm at.
Check there's no toppings missing. Got you. I can do that.
No, like I'm asking you to make sure this person doesn't steal anything from the place.
Oh,
because they do that. Like check their pocket. Like at least I assume that's what like delivery people do.
Help. Yeah, that
I will look him over.
Christine, we have to get you more socialized.
More down to earth, maybe.
I'm very socialized. I mean, just look at my follower number.
That's not socialized.
Okay, so we got +2. I feel like that's pretty great.
Hey, hold on a second.
I'm
gonna invoke as an accidental offense.
Good one. I was about to say, I was going to suggest there's definitely a few. Like, the truth doesn't always matter. I might not care.
Accidental offense, I like that.
Accidental offense is a good one.
You're gonna be looking at this guy, and if you want to turn him into a potential gangster with a gangster tattoo, and all that could be trouble.
Recently employed, lost his employment, needs to find more work, is now a pizza delivery guy. You know, got to swing with the punches.
There you go. I like it. I like it already.
I think we're just going to go with that. We're going to go for a -1 and a +2. We're going to do it like that.
I can see this is going to work already. This approach.
Boom.
Oh yes. This is why it's okay.
That's a whole gang of them.
It turns out, you pay for the pizza. You don't see anything noticeable about the guy. Oops, I got to figure out how to stop this from making noise. You don't notice anything noteworthy about the pizza delivery guy. Doesn't have any tattoos. He's a graduate student from the school. Hey, here's your pizza. Oh, I guess he's a. That sounds more like teenager. He's from the local high school. Hey, here's your pizza, ma'am. You take the pizza. You glance for a second while he walks back to his beat up old Volkswagen Bug, and you notice a car sitting outside next to the Frenchman fancy vehicle, and there is a person in a suit talking to the driver right now. You didn't know this was happening, and there is another person who you can see in the vehicle behind, or who's also in the vehicle, and kind of make out a suit. It's one of them is a woman, one of them is appears to be a guy. The woman is in the car, and that's all. That's all. I'm just gonna complicate things big time. That's my hard one I'm gonna use there.
So the driver is being talked to like he's being pressed, or is he in a suit? Okay, interesting. Well, I'll take the pizza, double check the toppings are all there.
Old-timey,
they forgot the dip.
Kind of reminiscent about the suit that you saw in Kiru's partner wear. Almost the same, exact thing.
Yeah, I could have sworn I know, but the problem is they weren't my contacts. I didn't really know them. I only talked to them on the phone and saw one corpse.
Yeah, but
do I see that, or is it just Penny? Oops, sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
You all see it. He's like.
Yeah, once I see them talking to your driver, I'll happily wave you over. Like
to the driver, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I want to approach my driver and ask if there's an issue. Hi, is there a problem?
Okay, so as you walk out the front door, you call out, "Is there a problem?" to the person in the suit. The person in the suit approaches you, and while he's about to respond to you, just before he responds to you, you see the woman come out of the vehicle, and she says, "Don't worry, I'll take care of this, Smith." And you can see there she is, Special Agent Enkidu. Comes out and
question. Do I remember her partner's face once he walks away from me?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to check again.
Yeah, I know. You're like, I guess I didn't get a good look at him.
Nah, I don't gaslight me, fourth wall. I know what's happening here. Well, it's just because that happened last time, and I mentioned it as Maeve, and I just wanted to see again. If I notice her, I'm like, oh shit, like, yeah, okay. So yeah,
now in
does she...
Kidu, you recognize her face right away. She's not wearing a hat or anything, so it's not really obscuring. Not that would. It's just, you know, it's easier to see her without the hat.
Yeah, it's definitely
on.
not the hat.
Yeah, no, of course not. And he's like, oh, okay, well, we were just in the neighborhood, and we got a call about some folks in this house. You know, this house has been kind of abandoned, and you know, we're just here to check it out.
Yeah, no, my parents actually just bought the place about 20 minutes ago. I can give them a ring if you need me to.
Feel free to do that. You know,
okay, yeah, I can definitely.
No bother, man. We're just here, you know, just happen to be in the neighborhood, like I said.
You know, I actually do have a question for you. Just really weird question. Oh, Maeve, stop doing this. Okay.
Could I come over with that help?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Why is it that, you know, I just can't seem to remember your partner's face when he walks away? It's like really weird. It can remember your face and everyone else's I've ever met, except your partner. Really weird, right?
What are you trying to accomplish by saying this?
I don't know what the fuck Maeve is trying to do here. I just know that she would do something like this because Maeve is very like foot in mouth.
Yeah, so... okay, all right. So here's the result. I'm just gonna make this. I'm just gonna say this. You don't have to roll because I think I'm just gonna go off of the foot in mouth approach and say this. So she sort of looks at you and says, well, you know, some people don't have a memorable face. You can see she had her hat in the hand the whole time. Puts her hat on. You have a good day now, man. Take Forgetful One. You know, she walks away, gets in the car.
Do you want pizza? You can do. Before you go, do you want a slice?
You don't remember it.
I've heard it on the phone.
Before you say Enkidu, you like want to say something, right? You want to like make a snide remark about the pizza or whatever. And
no, genuinely, I wanted to offer a pizza.
The name doesn't. Yeah, you want to go.
She was helpful several times.
It doesn't come to you.
Yeah,
so sorry. Yeah, you know.
No, she was really helpful.
Yeah. You know, it's just you know her name, but it just escaped you for that moment.
Laurent, don't talk to strangers. Don't worry about it. I'll deal with everything. Go back inside. When did the pizza get here?
Oh, just now. I wanted to offer to the oh god. Oh god, I'm so terrible with names. Anyway, pizza's here. Woo!
Okay, did you two like talk to the pizza delivery person? Like, are we supposed to do that?
Yeah, you just wish them a nice thing, you know, well wishes. Thank you for delivering it, that kind of thing.
Okay, so but that's like totally defeat the purpose of contactless delivery. It's mean no contact. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Give me the food. Shut up. Go away.
So
you can choose to do that. Yeah.
So we eat pizza. Let's skip ahead. Chuck, what do you think the mask has to do with anything? Do you have any ideas?
I don't know. I guess that's. I'm still got something. I do want to just protect people, so.
You've shown that quality a number of times. It's how we first met. You saved my life. You saved others on multiple occasions. Maybe it's a deep part of who you are.
A superhero?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe.
Chuck did refer to us as heroes a couple times. It's very it's very Chuck.
Okay. I'm going to ask Alex a question. Alex, Chuck showed us a card that said, "I will get you soon." And I read that as OMG, a threat. What do you read that as?
Yes. That seems rather disturbingly present and threatening, but we don't know who it's from, do we?
I'm gonna assume it's from Holiday.
It could be, or it could be something else to do with the factory that you guys went to. It could be a number of things. Honestly, we've made a lot of people very angry.
All the people from the factory are dead, so.
Did it, Chuck? Is it signed with an H because it could be? Wait, sorry. What the guy name? Whatever. But it could also be Han.
There's no sign, I don't think.
Fairly certain that being used as a human baseball bat does make it difficult to come back.
Yeah, I'm
pretty sure they're both dead.
And to be honest, that's really
Han?
fuzzy.
When you were in the hospital, I don't suppose you were visited by anyone else, were you?
I was in a coma.
Yeah, I was gonna
the
say.
Hospital records. Why don't we check the hospital records and see who visited him? We can do that.
A good first lead, yeah.
Yeah.
But the guy with the lawnmower is not out there anymore, by the way.
Who?
His lawn looks finished, though.
And the guy with the lawnmower is not there anymore.
I told you he called the cops on us.
Also, like, you mentioned something about your own professor, Mr. COVID.
Professor Sanders?
Corvus?
COVID.
Oh, Corvus, that's it.
COVID.
Sanders was Alex's professor, right?
Yeah. Yes. I
Which one are you
believe
talking
Corvus
about?
was your previous investigation associate. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Friend.
yeah,
Yes, he
no,
was our
I mean,
friend.
you are a friend with a teacher? That's kind of weird.
Was. Past
Yes.
tense.
People
not
have
dead.
friends, Christine.
No, he's not a
He's
teacher
not
anymore.
dead. We shouldn't talk about him being dead.
No, but he's not a teacher anymore.
Well, he was
Penny.
death.
Alex will
different
flip
from
back
dead,
in,
isn't
in
it?
their notebook. Penny, did you say you spoke with Corvus more
I
Yes.
did.
recently?
Yes, I did. When I was visiting his grave, actually.
And this was not a
Well.
metaphorical conversation.
No, sorry. I'm being quite literal.
Corvus is
I believe
dead.
I believe that he was trying to prove a point. He was buried next to his wife. You know, it's something very emotional to him. I was working through my own things, you know, and I was going there to put some flowers down to clean it off, and there he was. He was there, and he gave me a warning, which I didn't want to talk about. But quite frankly, more important things have happened right now, and that seems like a problem for maybe tomorrow, because today already looks pretty packed.
To be
Well,
fair,
what did...
To be fair, most of the
Want to
time,
write it down?
most of coincidences that we get end up being part of some kind of investigation that we're in. It's very weird. It's almost like we're in a tabletop role-playing game.
Yeah. Okay, that's a sign that, but like that's a sign. I will say that like a dead guy coming back to warn you about something sounds like something we should pay attention to.
Well, so the thing
Not
is,
dead.
okay, I think you'll find this very fascinating.
Okay,
Alex.
no,
he
he's
has
dead.
transcended. He has transcended his own being, using the powers that he unleashed upon himself and upon others in an area. He became something else. He wasn't quite himself anymore. As you know, as you can well see from Chuck's transformation, sometimes the changes take place in various different forms. In Corvus's case, he became literally the manifestation of death. He left the mist.
Oh,
he left the
is
mist.
dead.
He
Not
is now dead.
dead.
He is the scythe wielding manifestation, absorption of death, either by our own reality or by his own. Who knows how all that works? But he did warn me, and I feel like I'll bring this up now because we're already on the topic. That someone else in the city of Mist had taken his place inside this city that just gets covered by all this fog all the damn time. Someone was taking his place, and they're doing something not kosher. I don't know what it is yet, and the reporter in me is dying to find out. But pulling that string is going to require a lot of leads, I feel like. Speaking of which, what the hell did you guys talk about earlier with the cult of the God King? What the hell is that?
Someone say that?
Who
No
was
one's
saying
mentioned
that?
it.
No.
No
We haven't
one
gone
That's
through
part
it.
of the...
Not at
okay, never mind. So
Nothing
that
has
was
been
part of
mentioned.
Penny,
Uh,
what is the cult of
but-
the God King? Are you
Well,
okay?
no, it must have been a dream.
And
Oh my
Paul,
god.
can you just center yourself in the camera, because we now have like a lot more of the artwork there, and you're hiding just behind the artwork a little bit. Yeah,
I'm shy.
Wait a
it's the shave. Yeah.
Wait a
Penny-
minute. Mr. Corvus told you that somebody took his spot. Now,
Yeah.
when I hear that, that means that they took his job. But
Maybe it
he's
was the
still
tax
doing.
I don't think so.
Perhaps his office. Is his office
Right.
now reoccupied?
There's a new professor that took his office. Didn't his
Right,
office was
Alex.
Jeff's waiting room?
He
did?
is intimidating, and
Oh.
I've done a little following up.
Intimidating
General-
RAR or intimidating get your work done on time or you're out of the university?
No. I had
Or
this. I had this.
intimidating do 50 laps?
Okay.
Well, his
listen.
replacement wanted to transcend death.
Right. Yes. Exactly. I save this note for myself so I can tweet it sometime. Let's see. Alex, you said that he said that people was in his way of transcend, and by people he mean people with power like us, and so he's going to get rid of them to transcend.
Wait, what?
Those are perhaps suppositions drawn from his lecture, but he's certainly interested in transformation that seemed to indicate some awareness of our particular situation. His reading habits are also disturbingly familiar. My former mentor was tracing similar paths. It doesn't lead good places.
Wait,
Sounds like an excellent first lead.
Were they, Alex, were they your notes on the lecture, or did Christine actually go to the lecture?
Oh, I don't need to take philosophy anymore. I took it my freshman year. Okay,
If I took it,
my
she means
friend
have
took
someone write her
it from me.
Of course.
Do any of
I
us even
said
go
it.
to school?
Lecture.
Are any of us actually in school?
Yes.
I
So
Hey, I
Technically-
finished my coursework.
I technically am always
gonna s-
present in class
I'm
That
gonna say-
reminds
for attendance purposes.
I'm going
Okay,
to say
what?
this. So, like, quite a bit of time has passed, and it's starting to get late, and the sun is beginning to set in the wonderful town, in the wonderful, happy suburb of Happyville, as we're talking enjoyably.
Are we spending the night here?
Oh, hell
Investigation
no.
God, no.
Associates.
What? It's a nice
Okay.
place.
Fire's warm.
Please stay there.
No,
No.
Chuck, you can come back to mine. You can come back to
Yeah.
my apartment for the night, and then we'll hopefully have it set up enough tomorrow so you can
I-
stay here if you want.
I don't think it's time. I don't think it's going to work out between.
What?
What? What are you talking about?
Yeah, okay, sure. Like Ellie,
Chuck,
yeah.
I'm a lesbian. I've told you this like 3 times.
He's
But
forgetful.
it seems like you keep
You'll
on
forget
hitting
me.
on me, so
Wait.
it gets confusing. I understand.
Oh.
Like Ellie,
Definitely.
just chat, sleep, nothing
Yes,
together.
You can sleep
Like,
in the
separately.
spare room. Yes.
Have a spare room?
My apartment has like 3 bedrooms. Isn't that like a
Yeah.
normal size apartment for like a place in the city?
Honey, no.
What?
No.
Oh god, did I just sound like Christine there? Oh god. I'm sorry.
I mean, I rented a house to stay for college. Do you?
I don't sound that bad.
I can go back to my dorm room with the freshmen. Sure.
You're in that floor. I thought you'd be with the third years or the fourths.
No, I can only afford to pay the rent by being a resident assistant.
Do you want to stay in my apartment? I have a 3rd bedroom, as I've just established. Do you need
I
place to stay?
have
Is
a
this going to be in your
room.
headquarters?
I have
Oh
a
god,
room
please
filled with.
no.
I have a room filled with
Interesting.
shoes and a bed, so I can lie down when I'm tired of trying on shoes.
Okay, I'm gonna need to see that later. Because that sounds amazing.
It's really
Why don't we call it a night, and then tomorrow we can start investigating all that stuff. We can try to see, follow the note. So maybe some of us can go to the hospital, find out who visited Chuck, and then the rest of us can go see that professor and deal more on that front.
Take his handwriting too, see if it matches.
Or we could do something fun tonight.
Like what?
We've already had pizza.
Like breaking
Yeah.
into Corvus' room. Like breaking into Corvus' former office to find out what's
Christine, I
the new.
haven't been at university for about a month. I don't know how well my scholarship's working right now. I'd rather not test it.
I'm sure you're fine, Chuck.
You are fine. I kept tracking notes of all of your lectures. You're fine. They're back at the dorm. I can go get them. We can bring them back and meet up here tomorrow, or I can bring them to the flat. You'll be okay.
Also, like the football team just lost a bunch of players. Apparently, the candy really helped some of them staying in the team.
Make the team disbanded. Could you imagine?
Well, I mean, it might. The drug scandal's pretty affected a lot of them, so.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we've had enough excitement for one day.
For one day.
I agree.
Okay.
Yes. I need some
I would
sorbet and
just-
some more pizza.
I have
I would
sorbet
just.
back
But maybe tomorrow night we can sneak in, because I'm thinking that like if you hide his dirty laundry in that office, we might be able to find some of it.
Yeah, we'll go
It's
check
all
out
about
afterwards if it doesn't
fashion
work
for
out.
you, Christine.
I
The
think
investigation's got nothing to do with fashion.
I think we call it a night, and then we can do that again at some point. It's not like we don't have the opportunity to. I think we just need to suss him out first, like personality wise. We can't go through his stuff first. I mean, we could, but it's kind of wrong, and I feel like we do a lot of wrong things that we shouldn't do.
Do you want anything else from the house before we leave, Chuck?
Wrong things.
No, I think I'm good.
Cool.
Are you sure you want to stay outside, like, and sleep out here, like a hobo?
No, he's on the sofa. We'll be okay.
Chuck, you're gonna come back to my place for the night. Don't worry. It'll be fine. Can we all leave now? I'm getting like the creeps.
Alright, so
It's
let's
getting
leave.
dark out, and I feel like that old man's staring at us.
But definitely. No, I've seen him poke through holes in the fence several times. He's demanding that we
Ew.
leave.
It is so gross. It's so gross.
Imagine being old. Anyways,
Imagine being old and ugly.
Yeah, it is. Why I never threw the force.
I'm not gonna say you have to, but it could be a good time right now to fade to black.
fade to
And then-
black.
Fade
Please.
black.
And then,
Chuck
I
does
assume
get
the
some
night-
clothes before going.
Oh, they will be delivered. We had them ordered by these rich people.
I
They
assume the
swung
night
their
passes-
wallets.
passes
Are you kidding
uneventfully.
me?
Uneventfully. Yep.
You didn't go break into the office. I kind of like that idea, but you chose not to.
Not yet.
And the night passes uneventfully, and you regroup again because, well, how about this? You all stayed at the same place, did I hear? Where did you stay, Chuck?
And your headquarters.
Okay.
My
You all
house
stay
is
in the
our new
same
headquarters.
place?
Your apartment has
So-
just been co-opted.
My apartment
Um,
is now the
Is that the
new
new crew
headquarters. Okay.
headquarters?
When
We
you
can
wake up in
actually
the
make it-
morning, it actually has HQ or like headquarters on a sign stuck to the door.
We did advance the crew theme, and we could technically add my apartment. As
We could. We technically could. We
We
never
technically
decided.
could. Or we could
I
add
think you're
Laurent
almost
as a crew
compelled to
tag.
since you wrote it into the story. Now you sort of boxed yourself into spending your
Oh,
apartment
that's
that
true.
way.
We got two houses.
Yeah.
Yes, and-
I rule that to be the well, I don't know if
Okay.
I could say one way or the other, but that's what I think is probably the right thing to do.
Okay, my apartment is now the new crew tag. I was gonna say Laurent could be the new crew tag, like my driver, because we use him a lot.
Well, that's true too.
True too.
All right.
But if you bought
We'll
the
have
house,
another
do you
one
buy,
in like half a second.
and did you buy everything in the house?
Yes, I bought everything in the house. The
Oh,
house is
cool.
it's
Chuck's
old.
got a car.
Hey.
Whoa!
Oh.
Well, you bought a car.
Well, it's the car, isn't it?
I
Oh
don't know.
boy.
Anyways, so we meet at my apartment, I guess, which is now the new. I take down the sign that says HQ and I put it gently on the kitchen island. This apartment is like very not modest at all. Like you can tell Maeve put her own twist on it, but like it is very much like rich person apartment that she's just kind of like added boho furniture in. Like it's very, very thrifted furniture. You can tell that she doesn't want to look wealthy, but like the appliances and everything, like very much spew wealth.
This
and
is
there's a-
so cute and modest, honestly. Yeah, this is like the simplified life I love for the minimalism. Ah,
Yeah, no, there's like poems all over the floor. If any of you ever read any of them, which she will swat your hands away, they're probably poems about you guys, but she uses code words, so you have to figure out which code word it means you.
There's a weird shrine to Penny in a broom closet that.
Ew, no, there's just a bunch of poems that mention the maiden, which is definitely what she calls Penny. So,
Okay. All right.
anyways,
They're not made in
But-
us, that's for sure.
And by the time you wake up in the morning, Alex has installed a whiteboard.
Yeah.
Where did you guys have time to make all of this? You made a sign? You made a
did any of you?
Oh,
sleep?
I custom no, I custom order it made. Since I really love the idea of HQ.
Okay, well, I guess we can. It's safer, I guess, than my apartment. My apartment isn't like prone to having students walk in, so that's fine.
Are
I
we
guess
on
we
an
can
elevated
Chuck puts
floor?
the HQ
Like-
back on the
Yes,
door.
yeah, we're pretty high up.
So I couldn't
Where
like
is
sneak
the
up to the
apartment
window.
exactly?
I
Is
would.
it-
So
Is
let
it in
me
the old
check
quarter near the university, or is it some other place?
Happyville.
It's in Happyville. No, it's a like in one of those like high rise buildings.
So, so
Outside?
downtown? Are you?
Yeah, probably downtown.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it turns out, by the way, I'm going to say that you live in the same building as David Nguyen, as the late David Nguyen.
Oh god,
In
spiders.
fact, you're just right below him. He was in the penthouse floor. Your humble abode is just below his. So you're up in the same high rise.
Maybe that's how
as
I
we get to the
awakened, 'cause
door,
I heard all the stuff happening.
as
Oh,
we get to the
yeah.
door, Chuck puts in the code. So
Yeah.
as we get to the elevator, Chuck puts in the code.
I would say they've changed it since then.
Oh wait, no, sorry, that's the penthouse code.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That would have been a nice HQ, wouldn't
Anyways,
it? Nugan's old apartment. That would have been good.
Yeah.
It worked for Goldie.
So
I mean,
do you
if you
guys
want
want
it to be his old apartment, you can. If you want to make.
I'm
that your
okay.
home.
I've lived here for a while, so
Okay. All right. That's got to be the place below.
I mean, free
I mean,
expansion, you'd have to
it-
pay for it.
it's an interesting update because it means like I probably something happened that maybe that was why
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
so okay, so what are we thinking? Where are we gonna
So you're downtown right now.
yeah, we're
And,
downtown. Where do you guys want to like do? So like, do we want to split up into pairs and like go investigate things separately, or
No.
I think we should stick together.
Yes. No more splitting up. Literally, we've been split up since the factory leave. I am so done. You all are my
Friends.
You can say it.
friends.
I'm sure
you
it's
all
a
are
word.
my
attachment.
It's so stupid.
We
you all
love
are
you
my
too.
friends.
Mhm.
I don't love anything but designer clothes. And
Well, you're my
jewels.
designer clothes.
Oh,
Christine, does that mean you'll follow me
flirting with
on the
Christine right
internet?
I literally hate you all.
So where are we going first?
So I would say we could go to the hospital. That's probably the easiest one. It's
Love you
public
too,
and,
Chrissy.
Yeah, let's go to the hospital.
Hospital.
We can maybe
seems
say we
easier.
forgot some. Chuck forgot something. You know, we can try and see what's
I
going
mean,
on.
or just see
You know
who
how I
visited him
said
because he was
don't
in a
split
coma.
up?
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, you can
We're
go to the
not.
hospital.
Oh, you don't want to go to the hospital?
Didn't exactly discharge properly.
Oh no.
What do you
Yeah, I
mean?
figured from the clothes.
Do you have outstanding balances, dude?
Yeah, I'm totally going to pay all of that for you.
I remember something about the police.
The police, Chuck?
Chuck, how did you exit the hospital?
Chuck,
Window?
are you
Window.
is
You
there a warrant
defenestrated.
for your arrest? Do you know?
Yeah, add on to that, how did you how did you end up in the hospital?
I mean, obviously the police picked him. Oh no, Chuck! Did you talk to the police at all?
No, I was asleep. I was in a coma, it said.
As
And
we
there was
said
something on
multiple
the-
times,
Wait
he
a second.
was in a
Okay,
coma.
hold on. Come on, we have to roll something.
Yeah, we have
To
to.
roll
this seems like
something,
it could
says
be
the
a-
GM.
I would like to introduce a clue.
yeah, right.
Can I-
Like,
or can I make something up?
As a
there should be some
warrant.
kind of complication that could
Make some
potentially.
it up. He
work-
dreamed of the
work in.
fisherman again
Yeah.
Ah.
in his
So-
coma
so
state.
You were probably
Uh,
inclined to not talk to the police, but I mean, it seems like you could have been, you don't really have any control for sure.
Okay, I have an idea on how to do this. Let me text my friends and ask them on what they heard and what they could find out from the police station. I'm pretty sure one of them is literally interning at the police station. So
Yeah, I mean, I think we just go to the hospital without Chuck then, and someone else goes and investigates the teacher with Chuck.
no,
Let's
no.
investigate Chuck's situation first and do a roll.
Christine-
for it.
I will do a roll
Yeah, let's do a
of
roll.
change the game if it suits you.
Hey,
Of him
What's
reading the. So let me explain. He woke up and he saw that on his doctor's board or whatever, the note board, if the patient, like if or when the patient wakes up, call the police. They still want to talk to him. They left after
Okay.
like a week.
Okay.
This is the role is to see if he just got out without the police being
Okay,
without
that would be sneak around.
yeah.
Okay, one, it's going to cause you a flashback.
If,
Two, yeah.
well, it was part of the
yes,
monologue, but yes, I'm going back willingly
don't
to do
care.
it. But yeah, I'm good.
Sneak, yeah.
Yep. I'm also going to use so dodging out the way. That's too complicated is the weakness that I'm using.
Okay.
And intangible is the power that I'm using.
Intangible?
He went out the
walk through
window.
walls.
Through
Oh my
the
God.
window.
You
Without
walk
breaking
through
it.
the wall.
I see. Okay,
Oh.
yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Nice.
But I am using a weakness as well. Let's do this. I'm on the cinematic. Let's go sneak around. Little bit.
Yep, that tracks. Oh, you had to try.
So what I'm going to say is, I'm going to say you didn't make it out cleanly. It's a brand new power, right? So burn the tag intangible. You sort of came you made a lot of noise on your exit, and I'm going to say this: it's very clear, you know, that that you escaped, and such that the police have already been called and they're looking for you. But you can burn intangible. I'm not going to give you any status, but.
And in trying to get out, he had his bag, his clothes in his hand, and that stayed as he left in his.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, that makes sense. Well,
Which is why the new phone as well. It works
Chuck,
narratively.
You have to talk to the police.
No, I don't.
I mean, you don't have to, but you also
Say you
want
just agreed.
Don't you want to go back to school and back to football and not have to hide from the police for the rest of your life?
Wait, did you all listen to the same thing I listened to? Because he literally is telling us that he escaped the hospital and got police chase after him.
Yeah,
Just
no,
now.
we all heard it. Yeah, we're here with you, Christine. We hear everything.
Right, so why are we so chill about this?
We're not
Because
chill.
we're not, but like the only response we have is that he needs to go speak to them. They know who he is.
Yeah, Chuck, and like they know who we are, and
They don't know who I am.
They
Chuck,
don't? Are you sure?
Was there no name listed on your board in the hospital?
Have I ever had, like, I've never paid for anything. I don't have a license or ID card. I lost my fake ID ages ago. That was the only ID I had for a while.
You and mentioned your name, and they have your name, Chuck.
And also, they like totally know that you are from the university. And also, don't you have like
maybe
that one guy?
My jacket was
Someone
there.
sent you a card, so it had to be addressed and routed, and otherwise survive.
Maybe we should go see the professor first. What do you think about this?
Yeah. Also, like, there's an investigator that hates him. I'm pretty sure. So they could have asked.
I'm pretty sure Chuck should go talk to the police because we could all get in trouble for this, and I don't want to deal with the police.
I agree.
We will get you a lawyer if things get spicy. No worries.
Can't you speak to the
Do
you remember Corvus's contact at the police? You knew two detectives. Do you remember that?
Do we remember her at all now? Or since it's been a day?
I remember I had someone to call on my phone, but I don't have their number anymore.
No, I never got it either.
No, but you can you say your forgetful status, we could say is gone, but you don't really remember
her name,
anything about that.
But do I remember, like,
unless you would want to roll for it, in which case
I do. I kind of want to roll for it. Yeah,
I
do
might consider that.
You know, it might also be good if you let me roll for it in a certain way because I am.
Okay, well, suggest
I have
something.
an idea. Okay.
All right.
So I would love to roll to. Would I be changing the game or investigating? Do you think? To try to remember. I want to remember her, or at least like
roll investigate.
Remember. Yeah. I want to specifically remember that when she put the hat on, I forgot who she was, which like is a very important thing because that means that now I know that the hat is the cause.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's an investigate for sure because that's going to give you a fact. That you can use.
Cool. So I would like to
establish in the fiction that you're you made that connection in a way.
Yeah, I am socially perceptive. I understand. I catch glimpses of things that other people don't, specifically in social interactions. What matters most, which is my tag to know what matters most to someone, which technically to me, her putting on it was that is a thing that matters a lot to her,
No.
No? Okay. Well, I tried.
Well, no. Okay. Tell me what does the tag really truly represent? What matters most?
It represents looking at like knowing what matters most to someone and like knowing what that thing is, or like using at least like when I'm trying to talk to someone, like knowing what that thing is.
Most to
okay.
Enkidu, it's just an accoutrement. it may matter, but most is a way too much of a stretch.
And I know me and Penny have been on dates a few times, but you did kind of mention that during that day that I was like thinking about like, not being like, that whole like thing. You'd kind of mentioned it. So I was going to see if I could trigger my weakness for not worthy of love for this, because I was distracted by that. Because I did have a whole like thing during that where I was kind of distracted by.
I'll give you.
No, I don't have to. I don't have to trigger it. You can tell me now.
Feel free.
Because if I trigger it, that gives me attention, and then when I mark 3 attention, I'll mark a crack instead for a buildup, and I get to immediately level up, which would give me my buildup thing to look through the mist.
Only because of the excellent role play, but I reserve.
You don't have to give it to me. I could do it later. Later. I'm fine.
You earned it. Let's please. Because I would be now offended if you did not accept it.
Okay, okay. Then I'll roll the investigation.
Could I add a help point, because I am pointing out that the person we spoke to yesterday, right by the car. I can't remember the one with that was speaking to your driver. I'm trying to like remind essentially my own brain and hers as a help point.
Okay. I was going to be skeptical, but that actually fits pretty well.
We could use so wait, hold on. I have a.
If you're going to beg for chat dice, you need to do it at the start of the.
No,
there's a delay.
Remember, I got one from.
We got to learn
part
this.
Of the game I like, and I know.
You got one in the pocket.
It is not universally accepted, but I like this, like the fucking. The nerding out about
stretching for tags. Like, what do I grab? It's a lot more fun than adding up dice in D&D. I think it's like that's why, because it's okay. I want to use tight like that once per session. When one of you uses your juice points to help or interfere with a crewmate, so I'm going to get 2 instead of 1. That's 2 from Penny. That'll give me a 2. Okay.
The half it was a trilby or something.
And so we kind of talked
more freedom of movement with this microphone, by the way.
Good. I'm so happy for you with your microphone. Like genuinely. Okay, let me roll investigate. Oh, really close.
Okay. Success. But it is a mixed success. So the investigation could expose you to danger. The clues you could receive are fuzzy or part true, part false, or I could ask you a question.
Yeah, and then you just let me know what you want to do with them. Real quick question, because now that I've gained 5 buildup from getting rid of my struggle is now gone. Technically, I've cracked it.
Okay.
I was going to take the see through the mist thing, which would allow me to see things. I don't know if you want to like not do that now, or like maybe this could be the point where we start doing. I'm trying to like debate on if that's a good time.
Okay, so this is going to be this is kind of exciting a little bit. This is a moment of evolution in the game.
Yeah, it's a moment of evolution technically.
There is a wonderful delightful array of like special things that you can add to your character in this game. It is not there's some mechanical bonuses. Now, did you also look, I caution you before you choose this, did you look through the veteran improvements, which is a later supplemental edition in the shadows and showdowns or whatever book that has a bunch of additional choices? If you did not look at that, I would caution you before you choose this particular moment of evolution.
I didn't look through them, but I think I like this one the best because it always because it is like kind of what I wanted from Maeve, was to gain more awareness of rifts and sleepers and myths and legends and stuff, and try to like.
Okay, well, tell us now based on that what is special. How have you changed a little bit?
Okay, so shit. I didn't really think about this. I'm scared now.
That's okay. I mean, we can wait, but
I think honestly, Maeve is just like thinking a little harder, and then she kind of like we just like, you guys see like her eyes kind of glow a little bit, like the purpley color that they have occasionally when she's using her powers, but like just really bright. She's not even using the wand. It's just happening. And I think what I wanted to see through the mist to be was to either like look and see like kind of like I wanted to try to or at least understand things past the mist. That's kind of, or like even just understand like how the mist works. I don't really, it's kind of like up to the DM's discretion or the GM's discretion as well, how it works. We kind of have to work back and forth on it.
Yeah.
So like what you think is more thematically accurate, but I was thinking it would be fun to, since my myth is a witch that desires power and to be above all else, it would be good for me to know my enemies and the people around me. So my idea was that I would be able to at least pick up on some references to legends, right? So if we saw someone that was like Hansel and Gretel, I would see like the breadcrumbs or like something to remind me of like the legend, and then that would help me suss out what people are, or
that would be interesting
to just see when the mist has kind of affected things. I thought it would be really plot convenient for the party to have something like this too as well. So
what's the exact text of your improvement? Just so
let me go. Which improvement?
Okay.
Which
If
one?
it's gonna take a while, don't worry about it. I can.
Yeah, I can't pull up the
Right,
thing because I'm on the work laptop. So
okay.
Cool. But I would.
Well then, that should be exciting for us to do. All right. Thank you.
Sorry to make it all complicated. I just thought it would be a really good moment to do it. So
no, I think it'll fit really well too, because you you now will spend at least one clue to like connect the dots with the hat, right?
Yeah.
And you know, your eyes flash and you realize, because you can see through the mist, you realize that there's something special about you. I'm going to give you this for free and all of you can listen. You notice there's something special about Special Agent Enkidu and the folks that kind of look like her, that have these suits. You know already that she's part of some whatever governmental organization that does law enforcement, but suddenly, you can see sort of people's mythos, and Enkidu has legendary powers, and you remember kind of in the past I guess you don't, but you notice that she has legendary powers, but not an individual mythos as you see with others. It's obscured in such a way, and it's almost as if her mythos is the mist itself. But that seems
that's crazy. Okay. Yeah, I kind of I'll use my other clue for that. That's a really good clue. I'll just use the second clue for that.
All right.
That sounds great. I mean, I don't have anything else I can say. Actually, that was going to be
pretty
my question.
big.
What's her mythos? So I'll use it. Yeah, cool. Did you want to ask me a question or endanger me?
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So my question is,
questions.
Yeah, so like what would be, so like now that you're into this mist, sort of like, you've kind of opened your mind, like what would it take to get you to throw caution to the wind and follow anyone who might describe to you a way to, now that not just see people's mythos beyond the mist, but for people who might have some mythos that's like the mist itself, like even to see beyond that? What is something that would be so tempting that it would be impossible to not follow somebody's lead in that direction?
Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. My mythos is like quivering when you say that. She loves that. The bubble witch, the good witch, she loves that. She is very excited for that. Maeve probably would never want to do that, but if there was something that was like pressuring my mythos into doing it, I would probably be steadfast to go towards it. Yeah, I would probably like immediately go towards it if there was like something that was kind of drawing me in.
What is that thing? What is that thing?
It could, I mean, power. Yeah, I mean, I do have a desire for power.
All right, got it. Thank you.
Power to
That's
protect people that I love. That's Maeve would do it to protect people that she loves, but the other one just wants power to take over.
Power to protect. If it's the okay, got it.
Power to protect.
If it's your logos, and then if it's your mythos, it's just power.
It's just power, straight up power. I rule the universe. Be a bad bitch. Kill everyone that has power above me.
Thank you. That was a good answer.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for those answers. So yeah, Maeve kind of like her eyes flash as like you mentioned the lady, and she just instantly like it flashes, and you see for a second like her eyes are glowing, and then they stop, and she goes she kind of like before they stop, she looks around at all of you, and you see like her eyes are like widened, like she looks kind of terrified when she looks at all of you, and then she snaps out of it, like her eyes just fade out back into her normal color, and she goes, what the fuck was that?
I would like to know that as well. What the fuck? Also, why are there bubbles?
Holy shit, that was like, whew, that was like power. That felt really good. Do you guys feel good? I feel great.
Can you describe the feeling?
Worried.
Oh, I want to do that again. Anyways.
Do what again?
Have you been
Do I remember
taking
her name
candy
now,
again?
Polly? Do
Oh.
I remember her name now?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Detective Akitu. If you guys remember,
Special
you might
Agent
forget.
Enkidu.
Special Agent.
Special
Akitu.
Agent Enkidu.
Special
familiar.
Agent
Very
Hoodoo?
upset if you said detective. That's her old life before
Detective. I call
you experience what it's like to hang out with a bunch of psychotic riffs.
maybe Riz.
Oh, Sorry,
You
I
guys
figured
probably will
out
forget her
the
name
word.
afterwards because I kind of see. I see the. Do I know what it's called, Polly, or do I just like
You
with
don't know
that
the
awakening,
word mist.
what the word is? Okay,
Yeah.
the veil that's like that like covers things. You know the thing, like guys, the veil, the thing that like we've been talking about, the thing that we've been like oh, it's like the thing that takes away everything, and it makes things hidden and like and hides people, and like you know the veil thing that we've been talking about for like a couple months now. I start like kind of like I put my hand on like Penny's shoulder because she's probably the closest one to me, and I just go like, I saw through it. I saw it, and I saw through it. I saw through it. It's so cool. And Detective Akitu, they it's like the essence of this veil is like their legend. Like I was right, the legends, we're all influenced by these legends, these stories, and I can see your legends right now, and Detective Akitu, like her legend is their legends are this veil itself. It's so I am whoa.
Dear,
Alex,
I think you need to write this. You need
it's
to
either
write
you
this
or
down.
me slapping her, and I fear for my life. So can you just?
No one's slapping anyone. Stop. Hot Zach. No.
Excellent notes are being taken. Continue.
We've got.
I wasn't going to
that's
stop Christine.
great.
I was asking Alex.
Oh, I was.
Guys, this is like a breakthrough. Like this changes everything. That there's like all those like pins and pieces everywhere. It changes everything. It's massive. The links of power and the fact that there are people who can control like that proves that there's people that can control it, guys. There's people that can control it.
So
Oh
you lost me at
Corvus,
that. I saw it. Or
yeah,
did you
sorry,
see that?
lost me too. Corvus mentioned something similar in his warning, that the things beyond were messed up by what's going on in here, but he couldn't really, describe it very well. Personally, he was talking about a lot of very transcendental kind of things, which I didn't really understand. But it sounds very similar to what you're saying, so that's worrying.
Very cool.
It's terrifying.
That's worrying, and not whatever just happened to her. That's
No, it's like it's really cool. Like I can see like these these things about you guys that like it like I can tell what your legends are. I can see it. It's
What the hell is it then? I don't know what the hell it is.
Legends?
Yeah,
Are you talking about superpowers?
yes, your superpowers. Like Christine. Stop me if you hate this, Penny. Polly, we can retcon it. I just think it's interesting.
No.
Like Christine, you have like wings behind you. I can't describe it, but like I know, I can tell what that is. Like it's these very like Celtic like wings, and I see like.
Okay, I have to do this. Holly, I have to do something.
Okay.
No. I need to charm Maeve with a beguiling smile and intoxicating scent.
Calm down.
No.
Why?
I need to. And Christine would
Okay.
go, I don't think you're like seeing me. Like I don't
you're
think you're
trying to-
seeing anything.
Oh,
Are you
okay.
trying to
Don't think
Well,
you're. I don't think you're realizing anything at all.
I want to fight that because I want.
Yeah. This
Well,
is
okay,
my
so here-
this is my mythos
Okay,
doing
roll. I mean, I would say roll
Toe-to-toe?
toe to toe. Yeah. And then
PvP,
if you want to fight
guys!
it, that'll be a sort of another roll go toe to toe. So we'll
Why
do
is
one
it
at a
always
time.
me and Christine fighting?
Well, it's also the fact that like the rest of us are literally right next to you as you're having this discussion, so we may have further questions anyway. Like this doesn't stop our thoughts, does it?
I don't have help point for Christine.
No.
Sorry, Maeve, but I'm trying to calm you down, so I'm on Christine's side.
I'm calm.
So-
I'm calm. Are you guys not calm? I'm calm. I'm feeling great. I feel invigorated. I feel like I have got hit by lightning. Like I am.
No, you're something's happening to you, and it is not right. So I'm going to warp reality with delusion because she is perceiving the reality here, but I'm going to gaslight her. I'm going to charm her with my beguiling smile and intoxicating scent.
That should just be our like crew name. Is the Payne Town Gaslighters? Like
Gaslight
And-
game.
All right.
the Gaslight game.
Gaslight game.
Now, the rule is if it's a player versus player rule, you have the option to invoke weakness tags that may save you from a successful go toe to toe Mavis. So, if there's any that are relevant,
Oh,
like,
on my
for
thing or on her thing?
on her thing. So, like, you basically take the role as the MC. If if she
Okay.
hasn't invoked a weakness tag and you want to save, like make it more likely that she fails, you can invoke one if it's relevant.
Christine, can you please tell me
Like
what your
lose it in a
weaknesses are?
nasty meltdown sort of thing. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, tell me your
there's
weaknesses.
Yep. So there's your conviction. Others' convictions can interfere with this power. So
that's
if you are
perfect.
like
Yeah.
dead set on
That's
seeing
perfect.
this,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
All right. So you can
Um,
invoke that one.
the strength of my delusion.
Okay.
And let me tell you that my delusion.
You only
is
choose
strong
one.
right
No.
now. Okay.
I can only invoke one. Yeah. So then I'll just invoke that one. That's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That works. Actually, that's perfect.
All right. Let's go toe to toe then.
I'm excited.
Ooh,
By the-
okay, so the MC can invoke. In this case, like what you would do instead is now you roll go toe to toe against her. So like I don't make any moves here. This is between you.
I go toe to toe with her.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't want to fight her though. I'm kind of like, kind of
Are you
excited.
trying to convince?
Yeah. I'm trying to intimidate, I think, which would be a convince roll, right? Or is that right? Convince is talking. I think.
Roll convince. Yeah, I mean if you're trying
Okay.
to like just straight up scare, then it would be convince. But it's player versus player, so I think it's go toe to toe. However, she missed, so I will allow convince.
Okay. So as you like start to use your powers on Maeve, I'm actually gonna I'll put what I'm gonna do first, and then if it goes cool, I'll do the cool thing. If it doesn't, I'll do the lame thing.
I've got something to do as well. But I'll wait to see how this plays out.
I'm a good judge of character.
I'm
tell. I can tell. I'm a good judge of character, so I know what kind of person Christine is. Like, just I know her from like knowing her. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? I'm trying to convince her, so I'm a good judge of character. I know how to convince her because I know what drives her as a person.
Yeah, that's fine.
Especially since I grew up like her too, so it like definitely.
Okay.
I am a woman of words. I like to string my words along like a sonnet to try to evoke the emotions that I want. And
can you describe exactly what you're doing? You know, instead of just sort of saying, "I'm trying to convince," please explain so I can say whether this tag applies or not.
I was thinking Maeve's like mythos side kind of not like takes over, but like she kind of gives into it a little bit and like is like, do not ever try to do that to me again.
Okay.
And I'm trying to intimidate her to not use her powers on me again. At least like apply a status of like, oh shit, I fucked up. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, I think that fits.
Cool. So yeah, it's just that, and then I would say I could probably do what do I have?
Are those your power tags? And now if Christine would like to invoke one of your weakness tags, I mean, you of course can always invoke one of your own weakness tags, but if you choose not to, she can invoke any that may apply.
I can
to avoid.
Also, I have this is my moment. So once per session, when you impose +1 tier convince, you can add +1 tier to it. So
okay.
If I use convince, I'm gonna say so. Yeah, I will. I'll just do socially perceptive or woman of words and good judge of character. I'll only do 2 because I don't want to like kill her.
Can I suggest
3 on me?
Can I suggest a lust for power, as you're trying to say, don't do this stuff on me?
Yeah.
As
so
a weakness.
I think Christine, I have a lust for power. I appear unapproachable. I have speaks and sonnets, so I speak at like sometimes I speak in poetry instead of in words, which could cause people to get confused, which I actually want to change that weakness because that weakness sucks.
I want to invoke that weakness.
Really?
Because right now she's not making sense to a lot of us. She's like just stringing words.
Oh shit, now I have to find a poem that I can read. Okay, well then she's speaking in poetry when she tells you to fuck off then. Okay, cool. So that's a
fuck off.
Messes with this bitch if thou must not.
Thou must not. Yeah, so I'm gonna just roll convince.
Okay. So here's how this works mechanically.
It's a tier 2 status, yeah.
Yes, now you can apply the status.
Christine.
This is going to be a response to a miss, so I'm going to say you know there's not going to be a face danger here. However, you'll name a status, and then Christine can decide whether to accept the status or to give in to your agenda.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's going to be a status 2 of I don't even want it to be, I kind of want it to be intimidated because that's kind of where I was leaning. So I'm going to say intimidated, or, you know, whatever, put off. And then, yeah.
Intimidated.
I guess intimidated 2 is good.
Scared
we got to read.
So,
welcome readers.
Welcome in, living Let's Die Rage. We're doing a little bit of PvP in City of Mist.
Again. It's always me and Christine, man. Yeah. We're just fighting. It's just
got
like
the queen being a goth chick at Ed's right now, and there's some real funky stuff going on.
It's all about rich parents, it seems.
It's about rich parents mostly. So Maeve kind of like, I guess, yeah, Maeve's eyes like flash up again, except they look more like they're like on fire. Like you kind of see the light flaming off of them a little bit. And her voice gets a little deeper and you hear almost like it echoes a little bit as it comes out of her mouth. And she goes, "Little girl, don't ever do that again." And she kind of like she's kind of playing with the wand a little bit in her hand. You know, you've seen Maeve like hold it. She's usually just holding it and like kind of talking with it. She's just like spinning it around like very like in like a way of like I could use this against you.
Okay,
and then
so
like
Christine,
as that
the options are as follows. You can take the status of intimidated to, or you can take accept the limitation that for the time being you won't try to do that again.
For the time being, I won't do that again. As she does that, it kind of helped me moving back into like my normal kind of person. So like it's drive my mythos back a little bit.
And Chuck
and we just
and Chuck puts his hand up between you, and a large shield extends from his hand and blocks the two. Like physically blocks the two. It's like, cut it out now. We're here as a group.
I feel like...
This is the war room. And he points to a sign which Maeve hasn't seen.
Was anybody inclined to like push back on that, or or are you just gonna let this guy tell you what to do?
You know what? Are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna get in front. You know what? Polly's right.
Yeah.
Polly's right. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're
I
in my
wouldn't take
apartment,
that
bitch.
shit from this guy.
No, I think Maeve kind of like after she said that, like she kind of stumbles back because like, you know, it's like all this power flowed through her body. She got really hyped up on it, and like it was almost like a drug, like it was very exciting. And then she kind of like falls back and she's like, whoa, and she gets like kind of dizzy because she didn't even want to say those things. She actually probably in her head thought so many awful things to say to Christine, and only mustered enough to say that instead of hurting her feelings. I think she had enough control to not say anything awful like about her personality or her as a person. But it was there. It was there in her head. Like she was about to tear you open.
Christine, are you inclined to just take this football jock? Get it in your face like this seems kind of mean. I don't know if I'm down for that.
I'm really off balance right now because I wasn't even in control of that whole power thing to begin with. So I was like, I was like, whoa, like kind of what just happened? Like,
yeah, we both kind of just did that. Like we both just got taken over for a second. And we were like, oh shit.
Okay, Alex, I hope you're taking notes because this is a prime example of what we were talking about before, where your power kind of just goes woohoo and does something different.
Christine, I'm sorry. I don't know. I just don't think.
No, I'm like, I don't know what that was about. You were like sharing something, and I wasn't mad about it. Because if I was mad about it, you would heard it from me.
I think your mythical side, the legend, doesn't want anyone to know what it is, which is, I kind of got the vibe while I was looking at it. But it's just like the rush of power was, oh my God, guys, it's like, it's amazing.
Can you see them right now?
Do you think she's, okay, hold on a second. Do any of you think that she's like, just lost it? Or so I feel like hearing this, you could have two reactions. One is she's lost it, or two, there's something in what she's saying which might actually sort of trigger some existential dread. Like, wait a second, are you saying the world isn't as I think it is at all? Like, do I really know anything? Maybe I'm a brain in a vat sort of thing. Like, I feel like it could go two ways.
Corvus, when he came and said what he had to say, pointed a lot of that kind of stuff out, and we have, and our investigations have kind of led us to know that there is something else going on beyond the mist. At least that something else is, something is weird. We don't really know what it is or what the feeling is, but in Penny's mind, that sounds very similar to what Corvus was saying.
So,
in between the madness,
there's something out there that can control the superpowers that we have, but they can like access more different things and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like
as Chuck's cape flows in a wind which isn't actually there.
Have you noticed the shield, Chuck?
Oh, Chuck is.
He
Chuck
looks
has
at his hand and the shield disappears. What?
I think I know what Chuck is now. It's not a troll anymore, that's for sure. Yeah, and Penny, yours is terrifying.
Okay.
Yeah, and
How?
I think I just don't want to look at it ever again.
Wait.
That doesn't make me feel good. Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what the hell it is.
Anyways, let's not.
Just gonna leave that there.
We are talking later.
You said that mine has wings, so like a fairy?
I assume so, yeah. Which makes sense because you have these powers to manipulate things and have this like charm about you. It just makes a lot of sense.
I would like to think that the charm is on me.
I think part of it is, but I think it makes sense. Like I think it makes sense that our myths are gravitating towards people that represent them in the city, the people who represent them, and like it makes sense why Corvus was death because he dealt with early childhood. Isn't that crazy? Like it's crazy.
So
it's like it's almost like they
our
just,
super files find us.
Yeah, kind of. It's almost like they're an extra thing on top of us. It's like it.
So what about yours?
so
Do you see your own? Like, have
Yeah,
you seen
what's
yours?
She's
about
laughing
yours?
maniacally again.
Yes.
Yeah,
she's terrifying. She looks really. It's very pretty. It's very pretty, but not nice. She's not
Pretty
good.
in what way? Like pretty as in awe-inspiring and things like that, or what the hell was that?
Yes, but I feel like
Yes.
she wants to be the most powerful thing in the world. So, anyways,
Okay.
this has been very fun. Let's go on to the investigation. I feel like we
Hold
have so
up.
much information now.
Hold up, you didn't tell us what Alex was.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to say it out loud. I was assuming mermaid, right? It's like a mermaid thing. Is it not a mermaid?
No, it's the,
You don't
Ariel.
have to say this would be a PvP situation if you want to
nice.
force an answer.
Oh, I can just
I was
put
just
up
gonna
up on the map.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is on my character sheet. Yeah, I think if you turned and looked at Alex has just like kind of switched to the camcorder and like kind of detached. Like this is a lot of overwhelming. Alex is a little unnerved by all of this and just sort of slipping into observation mode. Because you sound crazy. You sound crazy.
I
Maeve.
promise I'm not crazy. I promise you, it's so cool. I wish you guys could see it. I wish I could show you. I don't even know why. Like my mythos allows me to do this. That's not my mythos. My legend allows me to do this. That's crazy. It's so cool. It must have something to do with like the drive for power, like understanding
Maeve.
things.
Maeve, babe, snap out of it.
Okay, I'm fine. Let's investigate.
Can I venture an observation? If Corvus disappeared from giving in too much to his power and Chuck has become this, perhaps entertaining this side of yourself overly much is not such a good idea.
I am with Alex on this. That sounds kind of scary. Although
So
it
am
would
I.
be very fun.
Guys,
No,
listen.
it would be terrible. You
Yeah,
lose yourself to
No,
whatever's
no.
happening.
Yes, it would be absolutely awful. It would not be fun at all.
Would you like me to play back the video of yourself?
I probably sound fine. It's fine. Let's just investigate. We'll talk about it later. We have more important things to do than focus on Maeve. Maeve is fine. Maeve has always been fine. I am a bad bitch.
Maybe keep an eye outside of the car door's window and just tell us if you see anything really weird.
I do love the confidence when you said you're a bad bitch, because you are. Real recognize real.
what do you guys think you want to do with your investigation? Like, where are you thinking you're going to go first?
We should go to the police station and just have everything clear up so Chuck doesn't end up in jail, and then we'll have to bail him out, and then we have to order a lawyer, and then we have to dress in legal like pink suit in some
Pink suit.
undisclosed movie where it showcases that a beautiful girl such as myself can also be smart.
I love that
Bring the
movie.
dog.
I think we deal with Chuck's legal issues first, because he's staying at my house, and I do not want a guy with a warrant out for his arrest and in my house anymore. So he needs to get that dealt with before, because I hate the police. I don't want the police pulling up to my apartment ever.
I mean,
Okay.
some of them are cute. The outfit can be a little bit better.
I just want to clarify. I feel the exact opposite way. My dad was a cop, and he had a lot of great cop friends, and it was very nice.
I'm glad you've had great experiences with the police. It's not great for me. So
Here's what I would say. Is that you know that if you try to deal with this thing with Chuck, it might be a whole lot of time. It's not, for like what benefit that the cops aren't going to come after him. Like, I'd just say deal with the cops as they, if they come. I don't know. It's my thought.
guys, I'm getting a message from the mist.
You can speak with fog.
I'm sure it's okay. Like, they probably just want to talk to me because they found me in the rubble. Like, I don't know what went on. I was just walking in the area, and
what have you done, really?
Got into the collapse of the building. It's got nothing to do with me.
No, but actually, though, what I was thinking was we can just hire somebody to deal with all of that, so Chuck doesn't even have to talk to them. We just throw a lot of money there,
Yes,
and then the problem goes away.
Absolutely how normal people deal with this problem.
Yeah. So So from like an
Alex, I
MC
think I'm with you with that.
Like a real story perspective, you don't actually know. Chuck can't tell you, and you don't know, like, and even I don't know. Like, it would be a hard move or something. If like Chuck said something to a cop, or like did something, or they've uncovered evidence, that would cause him to potentially be charged with a crime. Like, you don't really know. Like, it seems like if you went to the cops and said, by the way, Chuck didn't do anything, don't arrest him because he didn't do anything wrong. We promise. Like, I don't see that working out for you, is all I'm saying. You can try.
I think it was more just like our friend Chuck ran away from the hospital because he was confused, and here he is. He said that you guys wanted. They said that you wanted to talk to him or something. Like,
you know what? Why don't I just ask one of my friends who's interning? Why don't I just ask one of my friends who was interning at the stations to see if there was even any problem with him, and if there's no problem, we don't even have to go and fix anything.
Sounds like an easy first step.
So we're ignoring everything? Okay, cool.
So, Polly, could Christine do that and just like try to see if there's like any problem with him, and if there's none, we can skip the whole thing.
Well, we're not skipping anything. I'm just saying that, like, you don't really know. Like, I don't even know what's going on right now. I couldn't even tell you. If you want to investigate further and find out if there's something potentially going on with Chuck, then I'll let you do that. So how do we do this? You take the time to do what? Tell me exactly what you want to do.
I would like to investigate by asking my
I remember
friends.
there's a private eye around here somewhere.
Like Holiday?
Yeah, didn't he
want to hire Holiday?
I want to hear from Christine.
I can use my friends group to see if like the person who's like, I don't know, interning at it can use the database and search up Chuck name and just be like, hey, like, is there anything that we need to do with this guy? And then like find out, oh, there's nothing, hopefully.
Okay, we'll investigate.
So I'm going to pretend that we're friends and I can get intel from them. I don't think this counts as hacking, so So I'm going to investigate.
Okay, so spend your clues one from what do you find out? Tell us what you find out from your investigation.
I find out that like there's like a small note of like, yeah, he like they helped get him into the hospital because he was like really beat up or whatever. And then he like discharged himself against hospital advice, but otherwise there's not like an active warrant for him or anything like that. Like it's just like,
I don't think
cool.
so.
He
Not
just
at this time. Not at this time. There might be an ongoing investigation because the building did collapse, and you know that there's still an open case, but he's not he's not wanted or under arrest or anything. Maybe at most he's a person of interest in the destruction of a city landmark. Of course it's been left. This at one time was an important place, perhaps to more than just the sleepers. Maybe there was something else that people thought that might this might come back to haunt you, but you suspect that it would be, if it did, it would be more than just the police that might be upset about it. However, the good news is at the moment it seems to be okay. At most they'd be like, yo, you left your clothes here, buddy. However, I do get to ask you a question because you had a mild success. And the question I will ask, well, I could do one of three things, but I'm going to choose to ask you a question. What let me ask you the same thing. Like, what would be something that somebody could offer you that would cause you to sort of leave these new friends you're now, you've gotten closer to? Like, what would cause you to like sort of yourself throw caution to the wind? What deep discovery could you look for that would cause you to be like, you know what, I'm just going to follow. I'm not going to hang with my friends. I'm going to follow this other person who's going to lead me to the truth. Like, what could they say that would be, just so exciting that you would have to follow it?
So for me, Christine Choo, it would be if someone told me, hey, I know why your parents are afraid of you.
Really? Okay.
Oh, background, backstory, spice. Whoa.
And for my mythos, it would be if there's a way we can plunge the world into absolute chaos of fun and excitement, but also delirium and fantasy. Let's lie be reality, because existence is a lie. It is a prison, and you must break through it to experience everything, every deepest extreme sensations.
I'm just gonna say, as you answer the MC God's question, you think, wow, that second thing seems way more compelling and relevant to the story than the first. But
just a bit. In the nail on the head, kind of.
Christine, my mist power is activated, and I feel like you might be onto something there.
So now, what would you like to do, or are we out of time?
I'll just let the group know real quick. So TLDR, there are no active warrants. You might be a person of interest, but not at this time. They're not actively looking for you. And you were like considered discharged against medical staff advice from the hospital, which is totally fine. They still charge you though, but that's okay. That's just some pocket change.
But I don't have any money. How can I?
I will pay. I keep saying this. It's like you're not listening. I am going to pay it for you.
Payne Town has universal health care.
It's like Australia.
Single payer.
And the UK.
Yeah, right?
We have Payne care.
That's right.
Instead of Obamacare, it's Payne care.
Payne care.
You also have PT Bank.
PT Bank.
Win some, lose some, you know. Death and taxes comes for us all.
Okay, so why don't we? So tell me, are we out of time now? It seems
We're getting close.
Yeah, I mean, we do have to potentially do a geek out during the credits. You let me know, Karsh.
I just wonder, Maeve, do you have a like a telescope for the headquarters?
No, why? You mean my apartment? Can we call it my apartment, please? This is my apartment.
Yeah,
I live here.
Headquarters. That's kind of weird.
He points to the door, like the sign on the door again. So it says headquarters.
I took it down.
No, I put it up a second one when you would.
I take it down immediely.
Secret headquarters. It says.
It's
Secret.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
I made the secret part also really big and flashy when I ordered it because I think
if it's a secret, you can't have it say secret, guys.
But it's so cute, and it's like
okay, Christine. She's only taking up the signs from the inside.
You put signs outside?
Oh no!
How else are we gonna find it?
It's my apartment. It has a number. My name, Thorn, is on the mailbox outside the door.
I'm gonna go take down the signs.
Thank you.
Just
Chuck
goes back to the window and just looks out into the distance.
You're surprised to see that they are already gone, and you see the bottom part of a robe or something around the corner as something skirts away. And
That must be the janitor.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sure.
Chuck's just looking out in the distance and like just out into the distance and like at a specific location.
Okay.
And if he had a telescope, we could zoom in, but we can't.
You have a
David Ewan have one in his apartment. You want to go get it? You know, he was spying on the family. So.
Let's change the game and see if we've got it.
Change the game. Can we get David Nguyen's telescope? It's like in a box outside.
I do not have a telescope. I'm blocking.
No, but David Nguyen did.
Let's roll.
Chuck opens the window.
You don't get
and
to
just,
say, sadly.
And Chuck opens the window and just floats up to the floor above, to the penthouse above, which he knows had a telescope. And broken windows, because we did that too.
Roll change.
They probably fixed it by now. I mean,
shh! Don't be the MC.
He can go through them, can't he? Permeation from this guy.
Please understand, if you miss that, I'm going to absolutely obliterate
me.
Yeah.
Might be worth it because I don't want to be involved in this.
Think carefully. New character art.
Yeah.
There's no new character art. No,
there's not. I can't really kill anybody.
Can I recommend a change to the game that there's just a box at
you
the
took
bottom
out my
of the
intangibility.
apartment?
That was my one. Thank you, Dr. Oblong. Thank you. I'll take that.
Hold on. Hold on. I will say this. I will permit this. So if Mavis doesn't want to have a telescope in her apartment, this is going to be another PvP situation.
Oh my god, no, I don't have the energy for this. Are you really gonna PvP me for a freaking telescope right now?
He looks up and he can see through the floor above, through the ceiling above, that there's a telescope right there.
Roll change.
So there's a telescope in David's apartment, not mine. Cool.
Yeah. I don't know if
you want to go get it.
There was one there, but I don't know.
If it's broken,
he's dead.
Maybe.
Can I use my channel points to give the MC a help point? Point against us?
I'm going to use the chat point which I've got as well, which I've just gotten. X-ray vision to see that it's there. He doesn't know if it's broken or not. He can fly. Which is, again, I'm showcasing some of these new abilities, by the way. But he's lost his manual. He doesn't know how he's doing these things. He just has this feeling, I need to do this. Yes, thank you. And
nice.
So that's pretty much all it is. So X-ray vision, aerial mastery, chat point. So that's +3, then -1 for lost the manual.
And +1 for a help point from Penny because she reminded you that the telescope was up there.
I will take that. Let's do this. Change the game. It's for absolutely no reason, but let's do this. Let's try this.
Please miss. Oh, guess what? You get one shot at it and then it breaks.
Maybe that's all you need. Maybe it's all you need.
He flies up to the next story through the broken windows, which essentially go like surround the apartment of David Nugent, his penthouse apartment, which once had a giant spider. Goes to the giant telescope which he had there, redirects it from Ellie Wentworth's apartment just a little bit to the south and down, and just refocuses and zooms in on the office of P.I. Holiday.
Ooh,
And then it breaks.
And then it breaks.
Yeah.
Like then the end just falls out and down past the window, past the apartment below, and it's like, oh, okay.
We all see it fly past the window.
He had a giant spider. I thought he was just having a lot of sex up there. Like, it was very loud. I thought it was like,
oh no, it was a giant spider. It was terrifying.
Well, he was doing that too.
With the spider.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Weird. He was a strange guy. He was super into Ellie though.
That's true. It was a bit weird.
Yeah.
Everything's in this area.
He didn't know he was a freak 7 days a week.
Yeah. Everything's in this area from like 2 cases ago.
Yeah.
That's what.
These are
3
solid
cases
callbacks. All right. Well, there you go. Are we done?
We're done.
The final move of every City of Mist session is Geek Out during the credits, in which case we combine this particular move where each player will have the opportunity to choose one of the 3 choices. One is you can answer the question, how has the crew grown this session, or which character had the most meaningful interaction with your character, or which of your themes is under the most strain, which one of your major character background attributes, for those that may not know the system, could change based on your play. And we will also, when you choose that and do the mechanical thing that you're supposed to do, you will also tell us who you are and where we can find you. Now we generally go in overlay order, but sometimes it takes a while for people to figure out what they're going to do. So I will take volunteers who would like to go first. Karsh, we'll start with Karsh. What would you like to choose?
I think everyone did amazing, but I'm not going to do the group tag. I really, even though it wasn't a scene between me and this person, and I feel really dirty by saying this, but Christine's just no, you don't see anything. Like, it's all that just was beautiful. And the fact that Christine's Valley Girl and influencer is just so perfect and spot on. Even for the popcorn, wow, everything that was beautiful. So I will actually take a help point for Christine, which feels dirty, but I think you did amazing.
Whoa! She also cared about Chuck. She was the one out of all of us that was like I was worried about you. I really
Yeah, everyone was
which is crazy.
Excuse me. That's definitely not what Penny was doing.
Penny was I'm worried about. Penny's always worried about everyone. Christine was worried about Chuck.
Yeah.
And you can find me here. This is my channel, but everyone here is amazing. They contribute and everything. But yeah, that's where you can find me. Blah 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 blah. If someone else.
All right. Who would like to go next? If we do not have a volunteer, the person who's going to be next is going to be Penny.
Happy to. Hello, everyone. My name is Paul. I like to stream around, so you could see me on Twitch playing all sorts of TTRPGs and find me on YouTube too. I'm on Galibond on Twitch. I'm at the Axis Surge on Twitch. I'm at Gaijin Game on Twitch. I'm part of the Exploding Kitten podcast and have that pleasure. I think lots of things happened this session, and it's really hard to pick which bloody one it was. But there was one I feel was very predominant, which was the most meaningful interaction with your character. And I'm going to say that even though a lot happened this session, and it's hard to pick between, three, I think it's going to be Chuck. Honestly, I feel like him dragging us to his house, the development of his character, his kind of like developing his own memories and things like that was such a really awesome, powerful scene. Personally, I feel like that right now is where the help point is. So I'm going to say Chuck.
Thank you, but yeah.
Sorry, I can't hear you, Colin.
All right. Next up, let us go with, if you're ready, Alex.
Sure. I will just echo. So I am Raven Rook. I'm here on Sunday nights. I'm on Cranthony on Wednesday nights. I will echo with Paul. We did so many things tonight that it's hard to. So I will just say that we're doing shout outs at this point. And so I will give a shout out to Maeve and Penny for, it was so early that it might have gotten a little bit lost, but you guys had a very cute and adorable little scene early on. And
The
so
shipping's happening.
shout out for great. Yeah.
God, it scared me.
Yeah, I think that should go to Mavis.
That seemed awfully,
I wrote a poem for it.
Realistic.
And I started tearing up. Like literally, I was crying.
It was a beautiful moment. He's got the ball rolling. We'll see where it goes.
And then everything went to shit.
Well, things happened.
So
but the day went well. We've established that.
What mechanically are you doing though?
So you would get a help point for that. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Who's me? Oh, thank you. I should get one because I saved your ass the last time a building fell on top of us, even though you were invisible. No, I'm kidding.
It is your turn anyway, Mavis. So
it's my turn. Okay.
Yes,
Again, a lot of things happened. Mostly less things for Maeve. I feel like Maeve had a very uneventful day. Normal stuff. Everyone's just acting really weird around her. Personally, I want to take a help point for someone, but I think the best thing is to take a hurt point for Christine, just because my mythos does not like you, bitch. The second you tried to manipulate her, she was like, oh, no. No, don't do that to me. And I think like personally, my mythos would want a hurt point on Christine just to make sure that she cannot do that to me again.
Okay. All right.
But
who are you and where can we find you?
My name is Oblivivian. I stream on Twitch sometimes. I have been playing VHS, which is something hard society. It's pretty cool. It's an asymmetrical horror game. It's pretty cool. I've been playing that. I streamed last week before my computer broke. So until next week, I probably won't be streaming, but I will be streaming at least next week before we have the show. If I get my computer, we'll see. Just follow me, and then you'll turn notifications on so you don't forget. And then whatever. I don't ever post when I'm coming out. So.
All right, thank you. And finally, last but certainly not least, the gaslighter in chief. We have Christine.
The one, the only gaslight gatekeeper boss.
Gaslight gatekeeper boss.
I'm so glad that you said that because the feeling is mutual. Because
girl, I love you.
Because a witch, you may be a witch, but the Fae always claim what's belonged to them. And I'll put a hurt point on me.
Yay! Hurt points!
All right.
Because my mythos is like, this little girl has a lot of trick underneath her sleeve. And with that said, hi, my name is Gabriela. Nice to see you all. Only get out of that awful person like for just about this much of time at the end of the sessions. And you can find me this Tuesday, maybe, as we talk about what to do on Tuesday on this channel.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
also, please take care of yourself. Your feeling is valid, no matter who said that. Who said that your feeling is not valid? And seek therapy, just in general, if you can afford it.
Don't let people gaslight you.
Don't let people gaslight you. don't let Mean Girl put your self-esteem down ever. And if you can afford it, go to therapy because generational trauma is a thing.
And if not, play tabletop RPGs because it's a great stress relief. Trust me.
But it's not an alternative. But it is not an alternative. Therapy is always better.
Yes.
Depends what you can afford.
Except if there's group therapy that incorporate TTRPG. Trust me, I'm a clinician.
That scares me. Thank you, Bob.
Yeah, I'm not even listening to it.
I have been your mistress of ceremonies. My name is Polly. I am a professional streamer. As weird that is to say, you can find me at twitch.tv/polypeople. I stream five days a week at the moment, and it's 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern time, Tuesdays through Saturdays. And if you're in Roy Brav, I saw it at 23 o'clock.
Oh, well, that's
For
lovely.
those viewers on Turf Island.
Oh, hey, brav.
Oh, well, that's a
Right,
spiffingly good idea. Yes, what a wonderful idea.
Thank you, Bolger, for the follow. Welcome in. We are finishing up. What scared me the most is I was looking at another screen to try to get the raid set up because the person that I had set up to raid said, "Look, we're about to end the stream," which they've just done. So I was looking at the other stream, and it's like bang. Like, it really comes through loud for me. But thank you everyone for coming in. Thank you everybody here for such a roleplay heavy session. We didn't even like the PvP was a large percentage of our rolls this session. That's how little we rolled, which was just like so. We didn't roll anything for the first half. It has been so amazing, and thank you everybody for putting up as well for my character transition. I wanted to make it a big moment. You all just ran with it. It was great. And seeing Polly just let me just take control of narrative, which is like, you don't get to do that in other games.
I didn't. I was along for the ride today.
Yeah.
So.
It was a really cool scene.
And I just ran with it. It was beautiful. Thank you so much for that. It was really cool. I loved it. It's not going to be about Chuck for a while. Let's have other people like.
I don't know. I feel like there's more of that egg that we kind of just glazed over there.
There's more. Might be more. There's more powers that are going to come out, and there's more things that are going to come out. But I want to try to push everyone now forward because there was a lot about Chuck at the start of this. We're going to be raiding Insomnia Night RPG. They are playing Call of Cthulhu. This week we've still got disruptions. We might be doing tomorrow's online, maybe offline. We don't know yet, but we've got a new person coming to City of Mist. Polly, is leaving that a Guard's Tale group, or the remnants of the Guard's Tale group, and Polly, you're missing out on playing with Mulgars again. Because Molly's returned.
Well,
and
that's great.
Not just returned, but coming back to the channel, active role playing with the person that brought her into role playing and taught her how, like, her style of role playing. Which, if you haven't seen it, it's chaotic, it's entertaining, which is really, really fun to be with. I love working with Mulgars, love working with Polly and everyone else here. But it's going to be entertaining. So it might be online, might be offline, but we're going to have a meeting about a new Monsters of the Week show, which I'll be running, which is the first real Powered by the Apocalypse game I will be actually seriously running.
Well, if it's a session 0, you could easily stream that because you build the story. That's anyway.
Yeah,
it is pretty interesting.
Yeah,
everybody show up tomorrow to watch this.
The Call of Cthulhu's game might be the one that's offline because we've got a bit more to discuss about everything because it's like there's a lot going on with that, and Circles of the Broken Chain later. But let's do our raid. Thank you so much for everyone. We've got all our stuff on YouTube, all our previous 5 seasons of this, plus all our 4 years of work on YouTube. It's all there. Thank you so much, and again, thank you everyone here. Let's get that raid. I always talk and not do the raid clicky clingy thingy, and
make sure to subscribe when he's not looking, by the way, to scare him even more.
And it's not
points
working for the
scare.
donations for some reason, or the raid, but that one did come through. I don't know why it's not all coming through, but thank you. Thank you, everyone. Let's do the raid. Bye, everybody.